Enjoy the last parts of your cold America. Just to say hi from sunny South Africa. Enjoy the last parts of your cold America.
Rama Gila Gila, Sunny Banani. Welcome to the space with me.
Easy now.
So we are live there.
Hey everyone, if you like this, subscribe, share, and or comment below. Let's go. So
Excuse me. Sorry. There's 99 messages from Team Rose. Do you want to go through them?
What our wish gonna be? Our Valentine's wish is that we have lots of love in 2026. 2026, yay! Ooh. Ooh.
No. Oh, come on, man. Where are the messages?
Your situation. Not just you.
Messages. I've got 48 new. There, Team Rose. None of my trolls have content without feeding off of me. I knew you never develop any content than bashing me, you lowlife. I've moved from Maine, by the way, but I think what you want, you're so behind the times. Question for you. Who hasn't been up your ass? Take your racist lies and shove them up your racist ass, along with everyone else in South Africa who have also been in your what? In your lowlace. In your ass. Lame ass repetitive loser, which you don't even get good money for, ass fucking. All you've been good for, all you're good for. Kick ass, kick my ass, kiss my ass, ass fuck. Kiss my ass, a-hole. Save your fake hearts for your overweight, mean, jealous bitches. You're sickening and disgusting. You sicken me. Everyone will love it. I'll toast your overused ass with relish. Get off my ass. What's happening with the internet? Has it gone funny? Everything you accuse me of and your slave-owning family do yourself. You're so jealous of me, it's painful to watch your squirm with shame. You use everyone you meet with your arrogant, white, inky asshole genetics. You think you're above everyone with your drug addict, alcoholic mind, and you're never changed, never grow up, and want to haunt good, clean, normal, nice people, Americans, and blame them for your shameful actions. Go fuck yourself, you white slave-owning ass. You use those people after beating them and ordering them around. Go fuck yourself, you guilty slave-owning asshole. You are a slave owner and feel guilt about it and shit on me. You'll never get over me. I'm so sick of your hypocritical shit. So shut your jealous ass. My father and grandmother worked their asses off, and none of us had slaves. We fought against slaves while your family punished black people. We didn't have slaves like you did. My dad was a mean man who worked his ass off. We were starved. I thought you loved planned horror. You are so much more like her than me. You're still harassing me, and honestly, it's shocking. With a cherry on top. Pretty please, can't you grow up, please? I see you never change. Exactly. That's why you did to me. As delusional as Slippy. You're insane. Planned. This is why I hate you. 8 people watched it before I privated it. I stupidly, accidentally made it public. No, to what? Salivating at what? Yes, you. When you're not treating me like shit and acting like an asshole, I adore you. I accidentally made the video public. It wasn't supposed to be public. Happy post-Valentine's Day. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Sippy, where are you?
Lazy boy at Whiskey Well. Lazy boy at Whiskey Well. Lazy boy at Whiskey Well. Lazy boy at Whiskey.
What else happened?
Lazy boy at Whiskey Well.
So anyway, look at the line. Line down line. Sippy, I thought you wanted to come up and say hi. I thought I was going to have Sippy and Leanie and maybe even Rose to come up and join us. But no, I don't know. Maybe they don't want it. You know, that's just how it goes sometimes. This is how these ladies go. But what I was saying in my last line is that there's no point in going forward past this next full moon, no, new moon eclipse in Aquarius. Cool. It's a brand new timeline, and you get the option to choose which timeline you want to be on. You can either be on the timeline of looking behind you. And I don't know if you know that proverb about the farmer who looks behind while he is toiling the soil, plowing the rows. You never look behind you. You will never get done if you keep on looking backwards. This is the whole problem in South Africa, the whole problem in America. It's good to understand the past. And it's good to use the lessons learned from the past. Remember when Christopher Columbus, an Italian man, sent across the pond from Europe to America to find a shorter route to India, basically. And they found New India. Those Indians in America became, for a lack of a better word, enslaved. They live on reserves today. Their own land where they lived, they were occupied and colonized by Europeans. Now, to learn from that, you should understand that you should not be colonized by Islam and foreigners. And that's what's happening in Europe. I just watched the speech with America's future president, Marco Rubio. He is the future president, coming from the bushes. Come in and give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Because all of us in the new world are children of Europe. And if Europe doesn't do anything right now, this year, Europe will be overtaken by Islam and become 100% colonized by Islam. And that is the plan. It always was the plan. And all of a sudden, it just happened. It's not like my country's not already. Our leaders are aligned with Iran. So don't think that my country's not part of that team too. So that's where you should see, just like the Indians in North America were colonized and sitting in reserves, that could be the white people in Europe in the next 5 years, 10 years, sitting in cages, because you don't want to bow down to Allah. Peace be upon him. Yeah? It's just how it goes. And so we'll just sit and be spectators into the greatest takeover of the West. I saw a next Netflix video. It was with Julia Roberts, a Netflix movie, Julia Roberts. I couldn't get through it. It was just useless, actually. Just MK Ultra mind programming propaganda, which is now going to happen. It's going to appear where the energy grids go down, just like it did in Venezuela. That's how the movie went. The energy grids fell, lost. You see all the Tesla cars, bumper to bumper, they're all stuck on the highway. They've got no energy. And then you see all of a sudden these huge, big oil tankers smash into the west coast of America. But there's no oil in the oil tankers. There's just soldiers from the Middle East. So while we wait for Sippy, and where's Leanie? Come on, Leanie, what's your problem? I really need you to be here now. Yeah, it's all about Leanie, isn't it? It is, indeed. I agree with you. And me, please, don't you? Sometimes this phone gives me a headache. Please don't give me a headache, phone. See, it's all about you, you, you. It's all about you, who owns a big building. Did you see her video, Sippy? Leanie's busy cooking right now. Oh, she live. I will come up if you want, but I'm not going to speak about Rose. Still want me up? You must come up when you want to come up. If you don't want to come up, then don't come up. Sippy, please come up, and I promise you, I'm only going to ask you questions about you and your weather and how you're feeling. It's not going to be about Rose. I heard him, JD. I did a test on Skywalk. Do you want to see the stars tonight? Would you like to see the stars tonight? I need to refresh my drink and smoke a cigarette. Oh, Gemini is on the horizon. There you are, there you are, there you are. Testing, testing.
Hello, hello, hello.
How are you? Can you hear me? Is there echo?
No, it's fine. Can you hear me?
Perfect. Thank you. So tell us about you. Tell us about the weather storm you had. The ice, the snow, the craziness, the no power.
It was crazy. It was like a tornado came through, except it was ice. We lost power. We lost water. It was really bad. All the trees around me was popping like shotguns going off. And some people still don't have power. And it was just all ice. I couldn't get my car out of my driveway or anything. And some people still don't have power, so we're praying for them. And we've had a lot of people come from different states to not just here, but all around the place trying to help out. It looked like, it really did. It looked like a tornado came through.
So do you
Are you there?
have, you obviously have power now and you have
Yeah,
heating. I can't
I
believe
do now.
that, I mean, you're in the south. It's supposed to be warm there.
I know, and that's what was so upsetting for everybody. We had an ice storm like this back in 1994 that did the same thing, and it was awful. Some people went over a month without power. And then this one moved in for 26, and now some say it was worse. Some think that 94 was worse. I don't know which is which because me, both of them's bad. And
In 94. In 94, eh?
yeah,
Wow.
yeah, everybody remembers it, and we'll all remember this one. But it was tough, but it showed me how tough I can be, and it's done something to me. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm still trying to figure it out. A lot of different thoughts, a lot of different feelings. I don't know
There's
how
a
to
lot of
explain it. I'm still
people
not.
speaking about, they said it was planned, it was injected, it was fueled. The conspiracy theorists say that it was fueled by the deep state, this big freeze.
Well, I'm not gonna argue with them because I do believe in HARP and that it's being used. And I think a lot of things are going on right now, but I also think a lot of it is prophecy being messed in with it, but the prophecy could be talking about too how these things are gonna, these things are gonna happen, but it doesn't tell us how it's gonna happen. We do know that the Bible tells us that in the end times knowledge would increase fast. And we have seen that happen just over the last, I don't know, 15 years. But I know our weather is not.
It also said that the church would unite, and the church is definitely not fucking united.
No, but the church is uniting.
What
Could
would
be
you call the church? What would you call the church?
Well, what other people call the church, I don't call the church. Most people call the church one big organization with a lot of little sister organizations attached to it. Buildings with steeples on top, or that's the way I say it. Or to me, it's just another big cult. But to me, the church is me. It's you. It's anybody that hosts the Holy Spirit within their body, their temple. That's the true church.
That's where we are one in the same. You and
Yes.
I agree 100%. It is your temple, and we are not good to our temple.
I'm
We
trying to
could
be
do
better
better.
to mine, but I've done a lot
we
of
could. We do
damage to it.
try.
That's a fact.
I should try
Yeah.
harder, I suppose.
Well, at least we're aware. We are aware.
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to say earlier. Is I can't, because I actually touched, well, I had a little bit of a tiff with my half brother in Australia, and we never speak anymore. We never speak, and it's, I suppose this day came. It was inevitable for this day to come, where it was his father's birthday, and his father was my guardian until I was 17 and went to the Navy. I sent a text message for a happy birthday, and I never received a thank you. And so I had to phone, well, I messaged his son to find out, so is everything fine? He said, yes, I phoned Dad, and he's fine on his birthday. I said, well, fuck you. So we had words, but what did come through, he did remind me of one thing, is that what I remember is not what they remember. Yeah?
Yeah.
And even though I grew up in the exact same house, and it's the same thing with South Africa and apartheid, what the black man my age remembers and what I remember are two different fucking memories. Two different worlds. Completely different worlds. But in the same place. It's shocking. And we have to remember that. And that's when it's easy, the devil comes in, the enemy wants to tell you, yes, you need to blame this person, you need to blame that person. You can't change the past. You can't change it. You can only work on yourself now, today, and make yourself better. You make your bed today. You can only, that's all you can do. If you make your bed today, well done. You already started to win the day. Carpe diem. But at the same time, I'm not preaching to you now, because you and I live completely different lives. You've just gone through a blizzard and a hurricane and everything, and you live in America. That's sorry to bring up Miss Madam from Maine's situation in mind, but that is the biggest obstacle. That is the greatest obstacle that we have in a relationship, is we're from different lands. We
Well, that
think
does make a big difference.
differently.
It makes a big difference when you're in one country and the people that you have association with is in another country, especially you, because most of your viewers are Americans or in Australia.
Yeah, well, not
So
anymore. Not
yeah,
much longer.
yeah. Well,
But yeah.
but I mean, who here at this channel are is your crew. They always show up. And
They're
'cause I
not
know
my crew. They're YouTube Streets crew. They're like the elves, the happy elves. When I think it was like a DMT experience, and whatever it was, I saw these creatures on the other side, and these elves introduced myself to me. So like MJD, I mean, I'll go into places that nobody likes me, but there's MJD, and it's like I can't even say hi. But anyway, she's a happy elf, and she always comes around to say hi to me, so I appreciate it.
MJD is very, very loyal to those that she gets to know. And she's a very supportive type person. She's gonna at
Yeah,
least come in, say
yeah,
hi, give you a thumbs up or
yeah,
whatever. And
yes.
I remember back along the time that I started, about 3 years into it, I had a lot of people coming from all over the country, Brazil and everywhere. And
Mm.
they was sticking in there for a long time, and then I thought, they've done moved on. But it's strange because I didn't hear from some of them for like 4 years. And here recently, some of those same people have come back and started making comments. And I'm like, well, they are still out there. So, it's shown me that even people that I only had a short little time with on my channel, they did
Mm.
sub and they're still subbed. And
Mm.
I've learned too that it will depend on my titles of what I'm talking about, whether or not the other subs come in, because I did realize that some were there just for the videos of when I was talking about certain subjects. So you start to
Yes,
learn how
yes,
your channel is going to go. Some will probably only come if you're doing tarot. Some may only come when you are just talking about this, that, and the other. They're not interested in the tarot. and some may
Yeah.
come when you're only talking about the professor part of you that I say that you hate, the teacher part of you. They may only come when
Yeah.
you're talking about something like that. So once you start learning that, your channel begins
Yeah.
to kind of change up a little bit, and you may lose some subs, but you'll gain other subs as they run across you. So I have
Yeah.
figured that out. Just
Yeah.
stay true to yourself. I lose subs all the time because I'm
Yeah, 100%. The most important, if you have to be yourself,
yeah,
most importantly,
and
and make your mistakes and learn from them. If you
yeah,
can, learn from them.
yeah, and I've learned a lot. But one thing I'll never change is being me. These people are not going to change who I am,
Yeah.
and I mean,
No, and they're going to be people that don't like you.
well, you're always going to have somebody that don't like you. The whole
Yeah.
world don't like you.
I mean, I've had that my whole life. I mean, you're a girl. I'm sure and I have that problem. You know, I want to keep myself looking younger, so that especially if I'm in the LGBT community type of thing on Facebook, then you always got this like 3 friend requests a day type of thing. It's like, okay, I'm not pretty anymore. I don't feel pretty. You don't have to, but you know, that's just how it is. We want to have community. It's, you know, the flattery, you know, the vanity. It gives you, you know, it gives you a little oomph, but it gets boring as you get older. I'm sure that's similar if you're a woman, or am I wrong?
Well, I think with a lot of women, it's probably that way because I'm looking at most women, and most of them do have the problem of vanity. Um, but men are getting that way too, really bad. You can tell just by watching people on TV that is falling for this surgeries and Botox and plump lips and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And to me, that's nothing but vanity. Um, But of course, as we age and we see our face changing, our body changing, and all these things, I think we all have to come to an acceptance that, well, wow, I'm starting to show my age. But a lot of people have asked me, because I was premature silver. I had a little streak on each side when I was in my early 20s. I looked like the Bride of Frankenstein. And the wider it got, the more I looked like a backward skunk. So I started coloring my hair. And people didn't know that. But when I just let it go all silver, when I was so young, people said, "Your hair is beautiful. We love that silver, but don't you think you're too young to go around with silver hair?" And I mainly did that right after Justin died. I just said, I don't care. But I thought, well, no, because for some reason, God gave me this silver, and I feel like I've earned it. And then after I had silver hair for a little while, people started saying, "I love your hair. What color is that? I wanna color my hair that color." And I had to tell them this is my hair. And so my hair has had a lot of talk, just let me tell you. Uh, and even, the one you talk about, she was always talking about my hair, my hair, my hair.
Yes.
Always.
Yes.
And other people do too. But the only thing that bothers me, and people think I'm being vain about this, but I'm not. I don't wanna show myself on camera right now because I'm sick. And I don't want people to see me sick. I'm like my mother
Wait,
there.
you know, she sent me a video, and I said, "This woman reminds me of Sippy." Wait, I must show it for you. Sorry, I interrupt you. I'm going to look for it now. What were you saying now, Sippy?
I was just saying that when my mother got sick, uh, she didn't want anybody to come around her, not even my brothers, not her sisters or her brothers, nobody, because she didn't want people to see her that way, to remember her that way, in case she didn't make it. That would be how they saw her. And
Oh,
I've got a lot of
yeah.
health problems going on right now. I still don't know what's wrong. I've got 5 tests waiting on me, and, I don't want people to see me sick. I mean, I look like shit. I look sick.
Yeah.
And so if that's vanity, okay, but I don't think it is. It's more of a self-respect as well as respect for others too. So I'll eventually be back on here showing my nappy self. But if I was to put
Yeah,
makeup
you
on,
haven't been. You haven't been for a while, huh? You
if I
haven't
put
been
just a
online for a
little
while.
bit, just a little bit, because I've never worn heavy makeup except when I was younger, and I thought, I just got to have that Merle Norman. I'm not going to the store without any makeup on. But if I were to put just a little bit of makeup on and come on, I would look like a totally different person.
Oh, I remember you showed me one day. You looked so beautiful.
Oh, you're sweet.
You
Thank
were all maked up, and you were in your RV or whatever your car is, and you were going somewhere like to a lawyer's or something like that, and you looked 35 again with the way you did your makeup. You're
Well,
really good with your
I have
makeup. You know how to
very,
put the makeup on. It did work
I
there.
just I don't put on much. Less is best. And I just don't put on very much makeup. And I didn't that day either. That's how I wear my makeup if I'm going to go somewhere. It's very,
I mean,
very little.
the lady in Maine, she has her own beauty, but um, she she doesn't have the best of um, options. That's why the boomstick really does well for her. It is a natural look. Yeah, you know what I mean? But when
Yeah.
she does makeup, it looks like it's on a clown. She looks like her makeup is like a clown. And
Well,
you
it
do makeup which
used
enhances
to.
your features. Take a look at this. You'll like this. This is good. This is a good souvenir. Yeah. Let me see. Okay. Right, right.
I don't either, Mary Jane Doe. It's awful that people want to mess with their bodies because it's forever.
Especially the oldest sister. Let me tell you why. It's because she was the first line of defense, the very blueprint, the one who absorbed the impact so everyone else could stay standing. She grew up early, not necessarily by choice, but by necessity. She literally became the backup parent, the built in babysitter, the peacemaker, the emotional support system, the protector, and somehow still is overlooked. Her love language is not loud, not at all. It is quiet because she learned early on that speaking, didn't always mean that she was being heard. So she stopped explaining and started carrying. She's strong, not because she enjoys it, but because survival demanded it. And under all of that resilience, she's soft, but no one ever made room for her to fall. They sure didn't. Even when she needed it. Her loyalty, it runs deep. Even when she's drained, she still shows up. She asks very little, yet deserves so much more. She carries pain that was never assigned to her just to keep the family from collapsing, literally to keep it from falling apart. So be gentle with her heart. She has spent a lifetime putting herself last. And no, she's not bitter. She is just tired of being
What's going on? Oh, fancy.
everyone's backbone with no one to lean on. And trust me, do not underestimate her intuition. You cannot fool her.
Okay. That's that. Actually, I wanted to say that as well. Um, when I arrived in Ireland, I was a lounge boy in the hotel, and the barman was 19 years old. He was 19 years old, and he was already dyeing his hair black because he started turning bald. I'm not bald, gray when he was 16. And his father was also grey when he was 16. It's a thing in Ireland. I think it's got a lot to do with the weather, um,
I think it
and
is a genetic type thing.
and genetics. Yes, genetics. It's like the old redhead freckles, because he looked like a freckly guy. But he was good looking. He dyed his hair dark brown like I'm doing mine now. But he was grey at 18. Now, on Facebook, in the LGBT community, they all like trying to hint like, I must go natural, like all the other guys. You know, I've seen models and men my age, beautiful, with the silver and the black and salt and pepper. It's stunning. But I don't have that yet. I don't have that yet. I have a mixture. And my beard is like true white, Sippy. It's like your hair. My beard is grayer, silverer, whiter than my actual hair on my head.
Hair on your head.
My hair on my head.
You got the hair on your head. You got the
I can't deal with it. I don't. When I buy my first Porsche or Ferrari, then I'll be like my grandmama. She dyed her hair red until her dying day, and I will dye my hair while I drive my. You know what I mean?
Before, but
yeah.
From my opinion, you should do a poll just to see what people say, because most of your people that watch are females, and even males. I mean, you know, they're on the other side too. But listen, I think I told you.
Don't get me wrong. I'm going to go natural before the end of this year. It is in the books. It's on the plans. It's in my head. It's going to happen. Don't you worry.
You have had,
and I'll do it. I'll do it, and then we'll do this the full natural, and we'll see it, and then we'll do a comparison at the end of this year.
I think you should, because I've seen you natural, and I know I've told you before.
You knew me natural. I never dyed my hair.
Yeah. And I think that your natural makes you look more distinguished. It makes you look actually you're sexier looking natural. When you dye your hair and you do it dark, I'm gonna tell you what it reminds me of. And people here in America will know exactly what I'm talking about. When you get these 50 and 60-year-old women that dye their hair dark black or a really, really blonde look, they look terrible, because it shows that they're trying to bring back their youth, but their face and their skin don't match. It's never going to match. They've got smile lines going on and their little eyes going on. And so you got to be real careful about what color you want to dye your hair if you're going to dye it. And so that's one thing you have to consider. But men, especially when they start getting that salt and pepper coming in, even if their beard is going faster than the hair, the beard actually highlights the hair as well as the eyes. And look, my beard, like I said, is more silver than my head. That's how.
So we'll see. We'll see. And you know, my problem is I never had a full beard until I was 40, in my 40s. Then I got the full beard. It wasn't a full beard. So, and then it started going gray. Once I got a full beard, it started going silver. And what happened this last time now, before I trimmed it, I actually, have you seen those pics of these men? You know, they're like titans or something, and they've got these beards with the curls. I got a curl in my beard, you know, like the Jewish curl. I've got a Jewish curl in my beard, and it's so sexy. I love it, because when I dye my hair, and the silver hair, the head of hair, the gray hair, it's not curly anymore. It's straight.
Well, that's what dye does.
Don't you find that? No, but even when it's gray, the grayer it is, the straighter it is, except for my beard. My beard was curly. I was playing it with it the night before I trimmed it, and you can actually see it when I'm dancing here. I don't understand with this grok when they make you they enhance something, and they gave me such a motherfucking beard. They didn't even fix my hair yet. Did you see this? They didn't even fix my hair. Why didn't they fix my hair?
Valentine's Day, everyone, and a special happy Valentine's Day.
You talking about the picture you got up now that you did for the
They didn't fix my hair, the motherfuckers. Grok.
well, honey, they got a dang
Now, where's this one with the
that they-
dancing? So I'll show you the natural, the real photograph that I always use for that grok pic. So like over here, this is when the curls started happening. How strange is that? Who's that Jason in the background there? Where's this one? Oh, I mustn't show you strange pictures. Mustn't give you a P.
What did you say that the lady in Maine said I reminded her of me? Is it a picture or
That video. That
Okay.
video.
that lady talking?
Did I show? Yeah, she reminded me of you. And then she said, yeah, but Sippy's nothing like her. She's a good Southerner. It's like, oh, God, fuck off.
I was thinking to myself when I was listening to it that who is that talking? Because that's my life right there.
Ah, well, that's one. There we go. Let's go. Let's investigate quickly. Let's go back to TikTok. TikTok. Yeah, let's go see.
She already knows. She may stay calm, cute, and collected for the family, but make no mistake, friend, she is not the one to play with. And yeah, there's usually a younger sibling right behind her, 10 toes down, ready to ride at any time. If this spoke to you, tap that heart and drop a black heart in the comments if you're the oldest sister, and follow Golden Way for more real talk just like this. Be
Man, I'm
careful
wondering
with
if
her.
there's somebody in my family talking
She's
right
called, she's got 9,000 following. She's following 395,000. She has 395,000 followers. Amanda survived to slay.
Don't ignore it. This is a spiritual warning you are not supposed to ignore. If you're getting ready to leave and everything starts going wrong, you forget something, drop your keys, spill your coffee, feel rushed or scattered, stop. Do
Yeah,
not
right.
force it. Sit down, breathe, and wait it out. That is not
Hey,
clumsiness, friend.
what you say?
I said that whoever that is very smart on the way that
It's Amanda.
It's Amanda.
Amanda.
Well, she's
Amanda.
very smart. I'm wondering if she's an older sibling because she knows so much.
Yeah, I think she's the oldest. Oh, no, I don't want to do that.
That is protection. Timing matters, and
Oh, you know what I did? Look,
be careful with her.
I paid for a fucking view on TikTok. TikTok. Look, I got 7,144 views. I paid like $1 for it. And then 2,165 views. I paid $2 for that. Can you believe it? There, this is the one with the beard. No, not that. Oh. Squirrel.
So we are like, hey.
No, the dancing video. There. My beard looks good there.
Hey everyone, if you like this, subscribe, share, and comment below. Let's build.
I'm not Aaron Stephanie.
Okay, shush. Are you on TikTok?
No.
TikTok. TikTok.
TikTok, no.
You're not on
TikTok.
TikTok. TikTok.
Not on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, none of that. I just sit right here because it gets me in enough trouble just being at YouTube.
Isn't it true? It's so true. It's
It
so
is.
true.
I can't
Everybody
hide
dig it.
anything else. It'd drive me insane.
It's just like, and now I am on Discord. Oh, baby, it's like, it's 24 hours alerts, notifications. Like, I've given up. It's like, okay, I don't
I
need,
don't want no part of no
I
Discord.
don't need it.
Not Discord here, there, anywhere. I got enough Discord right here.
Well, I'll tell you, if it wasn't for my Discord and Wiccan, I wouldn't have gotten so much views. And it's only linked to this channel. It's only linked to this channel, unless I share again. But it really has helped me a lot. Wiccan has created a huge, big community, and I've also gotten my own. I don't know how, but I do have my own Discord. But you know, without paying, you know, the minimal one. And
Well, one reason that I don't
at
want
least
anything to
there's
do
always
with
MJD. That's why MJD comes back, because that's how she gets notified, because YouTube doesn't notify. You know that. It doesn't always notify. And then, so I get MJD, Markella's always there sometimes. Maybe she doesn't speak. But even from, what's his name? What's his fuckface? Do you know that one in Canada is very big? Speak Easy. Speak Easy. If he goes live, you see him, he's going live. Gabriel, or of course Mel, and anyone else that's in her community, we see each other going live through that Discord, not through YouTube anymore. Say again?
Most everybody is in Discord and the Instagram, and that's one reason I don't do it, because I don't want people finding me. That's why I'm just sticking to YouTube. I don't want you should know the story.
I know.
Public finding me. I don't want that. If they ever do, I will shut down my YouTube.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
I just don't. I've already been doxxed.
Do you know? Do you know
find out? But if they do,
only a third, Sippy, only a third of the traffic on YouTube are real, signed-in humans. The rest are all bots.
Yeah, that's true too. But
that's what's terrible.
A lot of people that are really big time trolls, and some of
them trolls.
Dangerous.
That's all they do. That's all they do. They've got nothing else to do in the world but to troll.
Yeah, but some are real life on it, and
and they go real life too. They hold it to your gun to your head. I know what you mean.
And you got to be really, really careful. And I've been through this before several times. And but I'm at a stage in my life now to where I shouldn't have to be involved in anything anymore. But it doesn't release me from my past of everything I've been involved in. So I'm steady looking over my shoulder, having to get in touch with certain people that help to protect me and giving, updates, and it's draining. It's so draining. You never get to really retire completely from it because it's going to follow you the rest of your life.
Yeah.
But that's part of, my life.
But that's we need to concentrate. You know what, Sippy? You've just achieved your second Saturn return. Your son got to his first Saturn return and he got his ticket. You've passed your ticket.
Yeah.
Now you've got to go another 28 years for your next Saturn return. You were born Taurus. Yeah?
Yeah.
But in your second Saturn return, your astrology moves on the clock across to the next star sign after Taurus, which became Gemini. Yeah. And in your second life of 30 years, you were living your life of Gemini, and now you've turned into the loving, caring Cancer. Do you realize that? And you need people around you. You need support around you. Or you're scurrying around like a crab, sideways. I'm sorry, I'm being a prophet right now. It's not very good. They used to burn us at the stake.
Well, I know what you're saying, but I do know there's been a transition and a transformation. I just haven't figured it all out yet, and I'm
But
still.
then maybe, Sippy, we're looking at this a little bit wrong. This is the future online in our little cubicles. You in your cubicle, I'm in your cubicle, and you are the matriarchal figure right now. And there is familiarity between you and me. We know each other very well, almost like family, almost better than family. We've had our fights where we could have chopped each other's heads off, but we got through that. And maybe that this is the new family. This is the new way. This is the Aquarian way forward, where we use this Uranian energy of not just YouTube, but we could go live on we could go on TikTok, you know. I could go live on TikTok. But the lady in Maine, she doesn't want to go live on TikTok with me. She's such a fucking con artist. Did you see? She owns that fucking building. For fuck's sake.
See, because I don't watch. I've disassociated myself.
Eight people looked at it and she said, oh, and darling, it's like a 3-story town building. It's like a center, shopping mall. And she's saying, and there's the scaffolding up, and it's like she's doing the renovations again. This is ours. And it's like, my daddy. And it's like, what? And I typed in the comments there, nice flex. Very nice flex. Do you want to see the building again? Let me show you. It's like, and so halfway through, I decided, no, I've got to go, because on Sundays, our off-license bottle store liquor licenses, they close at 3 p.m. because they don't want us to get drunk after 3 p.m. So I had to put her on pause. When I came back, the video was unavailable, and she said, oh, I wasn't supposed to put it on public. So why the fuck did you upload it? You talking shit, man. She was flexing. Look at the scaffolding. Look at this building. This is not even anything. But you see, she was commenting, it's made up of everything, and now her family are selling it. And then she wants to argue with me. I'm a slave owner. She wants to tell me I'm a slave owner. I said, you motherfucking bitch. I support almost 10 poor black men who are on the streets. They got no life, nothing from the change of the new South Africa. I help them to eat. You grew up with a silver fork, and she doesn't catch it. She doesn't understand her privilege. She really refuses to accept that she's totally privileged. Sippy, you know how you lived. We suffered. You know, the black people, they talk about apartheid and they suffered. I suffered in the 70s. It wasn't the best life. You suffered in the 80s and the 60s, Sippy. It wasn't the best life. You came from the holler, you know.
No, it was hard. That's why I get so pissed off at this generation for thinking that Gen X and the boomers had it so easy. Oh, no, we didn't. We got sense because of what we went through. These people of today in their 30s, early 30s and early 40s, they got it all.
They have no idea.
They don't.
No idea.
And they keep running that mouth, and now they're waking up the Gen X and the boomers, and the boomers are starting to talk back, and so are the Gen X, and they're giving them a warning. You need to sit down. You need to sit down. Don't underestimate our age, because we got way more experience than you. And you're just
We've seen it all before. We've almost seen it all before. There's nothing new under the sun.
Absolutely not. And that's like with Jack, the guy Jack. I
wanted to talk about him. Yes, I'm glad you brought him up.
Oh, he's a nut.
No, you know what's so strange? I want to talk about fishing. Sippy, I woke up. You know when you have that dream early in the morning. You wake up, you go back to bed, and then you have a dream, and then you wake up. And I woke up I was telling somebody in the dream, yeah, I fished before, and the fish, and then I woke up. And then the whole past week, it's like I walked down to the river with the dogs, and there's somebody fishing. A white guy. You never see a white guy fishing, looking for fucking barbel or fucking catfish in the fucking in the fucking swamp. I don't know. And then there was another thing about fishing. It's like, what the fuck is going on? Because Jack was talking about fishing, wasn't he?
I don't
Somebody
know.
said in my chat. Somebody said in my chat that Jack was talking about fishing. Okay, you go. Your turn.
I can't imagine him going fishing. Actually,
He's got a very attractive voice. Is he good looking?
he looks okay, I guess. I just think that
Oh,
I
you
told him
won't
one
say.
day that he needed to get somebody to tailor his suit because his suit looks way too big for him. That's all. But you remember back a long time ago when you first popped in over at Natty's? You remember?
Yes.
Okay, Jack was there then. He was going by the name Canto. And so was all.
Oh,
Well, the only reason I was over there then, Lionel, is because I had just started doing what I was doing for autistic people that were of age, but were very autistic. And there was a bunch of trolls that was over at Natty's because they were trolling her too. And so I was bopping around.
how old is Natty? How old is Natty?
She's in her 40s. And
Down syndrome or not?
no, it wasn't Down syndrome. This is autism. Autism and Down syndrome are two different things.
Autistic. Okay, so autistic, and you live so long? I thought they die in their 30s.
Oh, no,
Max.
no. Autism goes on for years until you die, maybe in your 70s or 80s.
No, really?
And there's different spectrums of autism. Some autistic people are very high functioning, and some just they're too sensitive and they'll just do all kinds of different things. But the point is, I was over there tracking these people with my partners to find out who was who was doing what, all this stuff.
Oh,
Well, me and
oh.
Jack didn't get along from the get go, but then
So
eventually,
wait. Let me just like spice this up a bit. So you smelt a rat on Jack. You smelt
yeah,
it on his skin. And
yeah,
that's why you needed to do some investigation. I
yeah.
know it. That's what you did with
Because
me. Yes.
he was attached to all these other people. They all were
Ah,
linked. That's why I
ah,
told you, stay away. Don't get
mm.
involved in this. Go away. Go away. I kept telling you, go away because of what had happened between me and you back in the early
But I wasn't going there. It
20s.
was Natty that kept on fucking coming to my. Then
Yeah, and
I
it
do a
was a
live,
trick.
and then she
It was
says,
a trick.
"Goodbye,
Very
Lionel.
often.
Goodbye, Lionel." It's like I must wake up to her comment in my fucking live.
They
Goodbye,
used
Lionel. It's
her.
like, what a weirdo.
They were using her. They'll use anybody because
Ah,
they already knew that there was some type of connection between me and you and the lady,
mm,
the lady in Maine. The only reason
ah.
they did that was because they were trying to gather information about me, whether it was true or false. They didn't know. They didn't care. They just needed something that they could try to get under my skin with. And they finally found it, which was my son. And
Oh.
one of the people that you were talking
And
to,
Rose saw that. Rose saw that. Rose was broken. They broke Rose over watching you being roasted by them. And then you cried. How I know? Because Rose said so. Am I
well,
wrong?
it was bad. I had 2 breakdowns. I had a seizure one time, and I self-harmed one time. And but they absolutely, one thing I'll say for Jack is he desensitized me from anybody ever upsetting me like that again. You can't use my son. It won't work.
Ah,
And Rose
good.
had already been, desensitizing me with her stuff. Every other Mother's Day or something, she'd come up with something.
Yeah.
So, and dealing with her was one thing, but dealing with them was another.
Good. What are they? They're Gen X, hey? They're Gen X.
Yeah,
They're 30-year-olds.
These people are today's generation.
Okay, whatever. Yeah.
And his beliefs are way off the wall. But I did make friends with Jack. But in making friends with him, I never pray this unless I'm ready to get it. When I'm not really sure about something, I do center myself and I will ask God, please show me this person. Show me this person.
Okay. Yeah.
And eventually he does. And once I
Yes.
see it, I can't unsee it. And it usually hurts really bad. So I don't pray it unless I'm ready to get hurt. And so it's just been going on. And I'm still on the edge with Jack because Jack is in trouble through IC3 reports that I filed. Also some phone calls that I made. And that is now on them. But I also meant it when I told him that I was going to file a personal lawsuit because I know exactly who Jack is. We've talked on the phone. We've done a lot, and I've got all kinds of info. I've got all kinds of evidence. I've got everything. And his minions, I know some of their names and where they live, but not all of them. And there's certain ones I really want. And the only reason that I backed up from filing the lawsuit is because I've become so sick. And it's not my first rodeo in a courtroom. I know that it's draining. It takes a long time. And him being in another state, what all that's going to involve. So I backed up on the personal lawsuit, but I'm watching him and I'm watching them. And if they're going to take that as, oh, she ain't never going to do nothing, and they keep on, there will be a personal lawsuit. And it may be a class action lawsuit because of all the other people they've involved. Or I'm either going to sit back and just wait and see what my family and ex-family end up doing on their own, and they may not choose to use law at all. And I warned him of that. There's nothing I can do about that. So I'm praying and letting God take care of it. He'll show me exactly what I need to do or not do. But Jack's put himself in a very, very dangerous situation, more dangerous than what he put me in. So I just tell everybody, you need to leave Jack alone. Don't get him in your life because he'll try his best to ruin yours.
He's like a true joker. He's like a true joker.
He is obsessed with what he does. He's obsessed with Natty, but then he got obsessed with me.
Why is he obsessed with Natty? Because
he's easy target for him to troll.
Yes.
But he got obsessed with me, I think, because, well, like with you, I'm honest with him. I talked to him as an older person.
No, the two of you seemed like you've got a very good relationship going on, and then you disappointed him. And then he turned on you.
The truth. You know me, Lionel. I'm not going to tell somebody
something. He loved you. He loved you. From what I saw and heard, he loved you.
I think that
you really hurt him.
And he does.
Or did he narcissistically, like the lady in Maine, lift me up and praise and worship you and made you everything, and then it was all a lie? Is that what he did to you? Or?
I think that what happened with him is he's never had a strong female that is smart with the experience to, he came at the wrong one. He's never lost. This time he lost. And it's messing with his ego.
Yeah, he's quite a womanizer. That I also worked out.
He's quite a womanizer.
He's got multiple women on the, well, that's what he talks He
He
talks like
says
that.
that, but it's not true.
Wow. He talks like that. It's like,
He even went
oh,
on there
please.
telling everybody when he was mad at me that I came on to him sexually. That's never happened.
Yes. That's what
If
like
I, if even if
that's
I,
why I felt connected there, because we didn't have a sexual connection at all. Not like you, me and Rose. You and
no,
I had like you're a big sister, you're a mama type of connection,
well,
like
I told him
family
one day,
connection.
and he makes a big deal out of this. I said, "Well, I'm gonna be your e-mama," meaning your
Ah,
like
internet mama,
yeah, here I
online.
am. But I
Yeah,
didn't mean
yeah.
anything by that other than to say I'm gonna be a mama type to you because I'm gonna get on to you if I think you're doing wrong, and I'll praise you when you're doing right. And he just ran with that, like making fun of it, and he even
No,
said the
but
same thing
look,
himself.
Sippy, you can really, uh, you can really make a man melt with your words. Do you know that? I think you do.
No,
So
I don't know that. I just know
yeah,
that
you
I'm
make
black
men
and white.
melt.
There's no
You,
gray with me.
no, you make men melt, and you've got a very good. I don't know what you have an amazing way. You have an amazing way, and not everyone, but definitely. I think it's a little bit of a. It always takes two to tango. Yeah. So sometimes we want to be the gazelle being caught in the trap. Oh, I need to be helped. And that was Jack.
Well,
you, Jack can't stand you. He hates you for that. You got him back. I think you did, didn't you? Or is
I'm
it
not
very
trying
busy happening?
to get him back. The only thing that has saved Jack, because he'd done be in jail by now, is that I've had too much empathy, too much sympathy, too much. I need to give him a little while. He's going to take a little while to grow up because my second husband, he did not grow up. Honestly, I'm not even lying to you. He did not start showing maturity until he was in his early 40s. And that's the honest to goodness truth.
Yeah, I believe you.
I'm thinking, well, maybe he just needs a little bit more time to grow up. But I've spent almost 2 years dealing with him and seeing him go back and forth and back and forth and bouncy, 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 bouncy. And then I saw just how evil this guy can be when he wants to be. And I thought, you know what? I ain't playing with this. I got enough experience and trauma in my life from being a kid growing up with two brothers and a bad dad and a bad stepdad that I'm not wasting no more time on you. You think all this is funny and it's games and nothing can happen to you while you're claiming you've got all these doctorates in psychology and law and the military, but yet every time you talk, I can tell that you're stupid. You have no understanding of law, none. But he goes on and on and on like he just knows everything he's talking about, and I'm just sitting here shaking my head thinking. And then the people that's in his chat that are with him, most of them, not all of them, they're just as dumb as he is. He can say something, and they just go right over it like they have not heard what he just said. And I did, and I've recorded it. And the things that he has said as a prior CPS worker, Children's Protective Service,
I
could get
heard.
him in all kinds of trouble. The things he's admitted that he did as a worker there.
Oh no.
So he's playing with the wrong woman. A woman. That's what he hates.
Mm. He has, yes, he's a true patriarch type of guy. The man is right and the woman is wrong.
Oh yes, he can't. He'll talk down to a woman in a minute, but he can't me,
Yes,
and it
yes.
totally
I
blows. That's
noticed that.
why he blocks me, so I can't say nothing back.
Oh. Oh shit.
But most everybody that has really watched me and him that used to hate me because I was on his side. They now come to my channel and they keep it cordial because I tell them I don't want to talk about none of that anymore. I've already decided what's up, what's going on. I've tried to let him know, but he talks over me. Even if he tries to play it later over in his life, he is steady talking. He's not listening to nothing I said, and that's on him. You can't go into a court and say, well, I didn't know, because I'm going to tell you something. In court, ignorance is not admissible. Judge will tell you, well, hey, shut up. I don't want to hear that. There's no excuse for ignorance in a courtroom.
True.
Especially
Very
if
true.
I'm standing there with the evidence in my hand. I told him this, and here it is. It's on video where I'm telling him, and he is on video doing exactly what I just said over here, and it's dated. Don't do that. And he did it anyway. He doesn't seem to understand that evidence is everything. Without evidence, you don't have nothing.
But that's now you say that
Yep.
with the Epstein, the Bear files.
I'm not even following it.
No, I'm following a little bit of it, but all of a sudden now I've lost, because maybe it's not because I'm not an American, and you know me, I'm not a predator hunter. I'm not a pedo hunter. The whole of America are pedo hunters. Yeah, they want to get this Epstein for I don't know, the stories that go around of what he did was child trafficking, human trafficking, eating children. But where's the evidence? This is my question. Where you've got the emails, you've got people speaking about these things, but where is the evidence? Because if there's no evidence, then that's why there is no. You can't put anybody in jail. There's already Ghislaine is in jail because she has been accused, and they trialed her. They put her on trial. She is sitting in jail for human trafficking. Where's the evidence of Hillary Clinton eating a child? Please show me that.
I don't.
And then she must go to jail. The stories that are going around is like we are making up. We are now we are continuing hearsay. Because if you heard somebody say something on the phone about somebody else, it's not evidence. It's not. Even however bad it may be, there's no evidence. The guy is dead or is not. A lot of people don't believe Charlie Kirk is dead. A lot of people don't believe Epstein is dead. I wouldn't think Epstein is dead.
I think that one of the reasons that people don't believe anything anymore is because they finally woke up and they realized that our media is controlled. So you can't believe anything. And until I do see evidence, true evidence, I don't believe anything. And it's not just about this. It's about anything. I don't even watch it. I watch a local news only to see what the weather's going to do and what may have happened around here local. But anything that's national news, I already know. I was at Fox 13 for almost 5 years. I already know that if it's national news, every news station is going to have the same script to read. They all say the same thing. Yeah. And it's issued to them by the top dogs. We do not have reporters like we used to have to where they got the story and they each gave their own. It's not like that anymore.
No, because all the news agencies are owned by basically one company, Sinclair.
Well,
Sinclair owns.
What's his face?
And that's the local news stations in America.
Yeah, and they've always been under the control of.
And Sinclair is a big Illuminati name. It's a big what do you call those people? The Friday the 13th, they were all hung. The Knights Templar. Yeah, Sinclair is a Templar name, by the way. Just, the professor in me. Yeah.
Well, I just know that we're full of, when we're watching something, a lot of it ain't nothing but a psyop to get your mind on something so that they can be doing something else.
Exactly,
And
yes.
this thing, like with Nancy, what's her face, Guthrie
Guthrie,
or something.
Guthrie, yes. I saw that happening. It's another assassination. It's another threat. We having assassinations left, right, and every week we have a new whistleblower being murdered. Do you
uh,
know that?
uh,
It's
yeah, it happens all
scary.
the time, and that's another reason, that I'm steady, especially where I live. Um, it's really hard on me because
Yeah,
where I live now, my local sheriff's department and city police are enemies of mine. I'm an enemy to them,
yeah,
they're an enemy to me.
yeah.
So I can't take the steps that I'm supposed to take when I'm doing the
No, because
report.
they really hate you.
Oh, they hate me, and I can't stand them. And this goes all the way
Uh,
back
That's a lady in Maine's problem as
to
well.
70s, to the 70s. It goes all, but mine goes all the way back to the 70s when I was a kid. And it's followed every sheriff since then because they know that as an adult, I won't take shit off of none of them sons of bitches.
Yeah,
And they know that I know the law. They know I don't care to go in front of any judge. I don't care what color his robe is or nothing. And I will talk to that judge just like I'm talking to
good,
somebody out on the
normal person.
while I'm
Yeah,
citing my amendment rights. And it confuses the shit out of them because they don't understand. How can she get by
that's
with it if she's not even a lawyer?
that's what being Christ-like means. And let
It
me
is.
tell everyone, it is. That's
It is.
when Jesus goes into the temple and he throws all the tables upside down, and they're in the market, and they can't believe, who the fuck does he think he is?
That's
Yeah.
exactly what I did this last time I went to court.
Hello, baby. You're welcome. This is me. Hello. How you
That
doing?
the judge's mouth was open. Even my attorney's mouth was dropped open looking at me. The prosecuting attorney, the two police officers in there that was trying to come. God
Yeah,
came.
you got to know your rights. You got to know your rights.
And by the time I walked, and I knew the whole time I was talking that that judge could throw that gavel down at any time and find me in contempt and put me in jail forever how long he wanted to and fine me whatever he wanted to. But God would not shut my mouth. It just kept running. And I felt the
Yeah.
Holy Spirit all over me. And when
Yeah.
I walked out of there, it was like this big old weight come up off of me. And the last thing I said to them as I was walking out, I turned back around and looked every one of them in the eye, and I told them, I said, if I ever find myself back in this courtroom again, I promise all of y'all, you will never ever see the same Donna walking in here that y'all seen before. I've got another way to handle this. And I
Mm,
just walked out.
mm,
And
mm,
when I said it, I didn't realize what I was going to say. God said, don't think ahead of time what you're going to say. I will give you the words. And that's
mm,
exactly what happened that day.
mm.
And
Wow.
I can't go through this county to do my work. And when it comes to the capital of this state, see, I got to be careful there too, because I blew a whistle in this state, not just on abuse, neglect, and false documentation, but
Mm.
on Medicare fraud.
Oh,
And I know how
Obamacare.
crooked this state capital is. And
We're seeing all the crookedness coming out right now. I can
yeah,
believe you.
it sure is. And and God told me, go ahead. It will not return void. Do what you got to do because you got something else to do. And I did. And when I was there, in my hearing, it was just like snap the finger, just like I did in court. I pulled out both of my nursing license right there during the hearing with the stenographer and everything. And I said, here, I don't want these. And it freaked them out. They wasn't expecting that I was fixing to turn in my nursing license after being a charge nurse for almost 20 years. I said, I don't want them. Then they started, no, 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 no. I said, Take them. I don't want them. I can do a whole lot more without these licenses now than I ever did with them. But I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm not going to sue y'all like I did the other state. I'm going to let 5 to 7 years go by so you know the statute of limitations is up. And then you will see what I and God can do. And I did wait. But after that 7 years, that's when the organized crime against me started. Because that's how they do things. They'll come after you. I got hurt physically. My son got hurt. All kinds of stuff. Physically by police officers in this town. That's how they do this stuff. And but God kept telling me, don't worry, don't worry. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. And I'm thinking, well, it's been 10 years. It's been 15 years. Is it? But bam, it's here. And I've talked to the state and actually to an agent that is right under our treasurer, who is an elected official. And now they want all of my information. They're ready to go back, look at it all over again. And I will probably get my name cleared on everything they tried to wrap me up in. And it's taken this long, but God's time is not our time. And once this all busts out, that's what I'm saying, Lionel. I don't know what's fixing to come next. Because I know that I've wrapped all this up when it comes to Jack and all of them and the autistic stuff I was working on, unless Jack keeps pushing me, and then that'll just be another lawsuit. But if they do this and I end up turning over everything to them, they know I'm sick and they're waiting on me to feel better so I can have a clear mind. Then this is going to make news anyway. It's going to put me right back into the public eye, which I don't want to be in to begin with. But if that's where God has me going, then that's where I'll go. As much as I prayed and prayed and prayed, Lord, please get me out of the public eye. I don't want to be in public eye.
So is it federal? Is it federal court or is it state court?
It'll end up being federal. This won't be.
It'll end up being federal. Yeah.
It will be a federal court.
Wow.
Because it's
That's
government.
heavy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I
Exactly.
hope that it will bring in a big time internal investigation done not only on the state here,
Like a
but especially
Doge.
town.
Like a Doge investigation. Yes.
Yeah. I want it on this particular town, this county. Because this
There's
county,
definitely corruption. There's definitely, you know,
well, this is the
Mississippi,
county Medicare fraud.
Mississippi is I think the second or third most corrupt states in America.
It's the top
Mississippi.
number one. It's documented.
Number one.
Yes, number one.
Because of the river. Because of the river, isn't it? The transit of the river.
I don't know, but it is crooked. It is the poorest state, but at the same time, it's the richest when it comes to ripping off the people and even their grants that they're given that's supposed to be helping us. Trump just issued, I forgot how much money, a lot, to Mississippi because of this winter storm. And I just read the other day something, I don't even remember what it was. It made me so mad, I probably blocked it in my mind, but something about how we don't have the money that we need for this, that, and the other. And I know that's bullshit because I watched where Trump declared, along with our own governor, that this was an emergency situation and had been flagged and dire help was needed here in Mississippi because this storm was so bad. So they're going back and forth. I see what they're doing. And I've already told this agent, I can tell you exactly how they're stealing the money. And I can also tell you where your school funds are going. And that's just it. I know too much. So I'm a danger. And I know.
Did your tap freeze? Did your taps freeze as well?
Yeah.
Wow. For a day?
No, for nearly a week.
Wow.
Thankfully,
freeze.
I had bottled water.
Scary.
It was scary. And especially me being here alone, just me and Dobie, and me trying my best to make sure that I didn't relapse from that really, really bad chest congestion and stuff that I had right before.
Yes.
And
Wow.
it was,
I
but
mean, I've experienced that in the morning. I was like, why is there no water coming out the taps? It's frozen. Frozen. I was living in the trailer. But by 10, 11, midday, the taps were unfrozen. We have that luck in Africa. It can freeze at night, but definitely every day, even if it's a winter, we can get that option of defrosting through the day. We don't have northern hemisphere days at all. The sun comes out and everything unfreezes, luckily.
well, the thing about here, Lionel, is in the South, we are not used to snow, ice, sleet, none of that. So therefore, we don't have the construction things that we need to go, push the
Yeah,
ice.
it's not built for that. It's
No,
not built for that.
So when we get it, we're just stuck. And that's
Yeah.
why we don't have school. They put the school out, everything, if there's at least little bit, because they're not going to risk, wrecking a bus or something. But something like this.
Oh, I just saw Dot is still alive. I was wondering about Dot. Have you heard from Dot?
No, I don't expect
Are you
to.
speaking with her? Oh, okay.
No, I'm honoring what she said.
Okay, good.
So
Next subject. Sorry, let's go back to the Great Freeze.
But like I say, it's going to take a long time to get this place back in order because there's so many trees that are still down. It like I said, it was like a tornado came through here.
Oh,
It was bad.
really?
It cut
Never
off.
mind the snow and the sleet. You had a tornado as well.
Yeah, no, we didn't have a tornado. I said it's like one came through.
Oh,
That's what
okay.
it looks like. All these trees are down. Houses have had their meters pulled right off of their house because of the ice and everything just being so hard. It just pulled their meters off. Their electric poles fell down. Houses have been hit with big limbs off of trees. I got 2 on my roof, 1 on my deck outside, and 1 just barely, I'm talking barely, missed my car. That broke,
Wow.
big limbs that look like small trees.
Oh, you're so lucky.
Yeah,
You are
bless.
so lucky. It could have fallen on your car.
Or it could have fell right through my roof. I still don't know if there's any damage up there. I got to find somebody.
That's what your brother, remember your brother wanted to cut that tree down because he thought it was going to go through your roof.
Oh my
Remember
God.
that?
He did do that. Remember? And it just barely missed my freaking house and porch. Oh, if I
Yes.
had my hand on him that day, I would have beat him to death.
You'd never done that before. I've never seen you. You're like, there's Sippy. This video, you look, he's walking through there. Just leave it, you stupid old man.
Can't tell him nothing. And he did cut it. Almost, and didn't even tell me nothing about it. And then that wind comes down, bam, down it come. It could have hit me in the head or anything. A freaking long, big tall tree.
But he was right. He had a point. The tree could fall through the house. You can't have trees around your house. I'm sorry. I'm not a homeowner. I'm not a homeowner, but I do know as a pool boy, you can't have trees around your pool. You can't have trees around your roof. It's going to fall down on top of it.
You do get bad enough weather, but these trees I have, they're sweet gum trees, and I hate them because they do these little balls. They drop them, and it looks like COVID. But anyway, I don't like them, but they're hard as a rock.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, he come up to me one day with one of them balls, and he said, "Here, I got something for you." And I held my hand out. He said, "There, now you got COVID. Just throw it away." But these trees, they're old. They're very well grounded, but it was this ice, and that's what it did back in 94 too, because back then it was just like when they break, it sounds like a shotgun going off, and it's pop, pop,
Ah,
pop, pop. I mean, it scared my dog to death. He don't like no kind of sound like that.
yes, yes.
But the thing is, I told him, I said, I know that tree needs to come down. I said, but I don't want you to do it, because if you
Yeah.
do and you miss and it falls on my house, my
Mm,
insurance is not going to cover my house. I'm
mm,
going to hire a professional. Oh, I can do
mm.
it. I can. And he's out there drunk. And I said, don't touch that damn tree. This is my house, my property. Leave it alone. And then behind my back, he goes and saws it. So it's just barely standing, and I don't know it. So when the next big gust of wind came and a storm, bam, there it went. He wasn't here. Could have fell on me. You know, it was so close to my door. So he just does whatever he wants to. It made me
Yeah,
mad.
but you know, MJD says, but the trees create shade and keep things cool. But darling, when your house is a matchbox and the tree is 5 tons, like I said in the beginning, we lived in a trailer, and we had these Australian blue gum trees. We had to build a pergola because every now and again half a branch would fall off the tree, and then you can't have the branch falling on your trailer while you're sleeping because of the wind. You need to catch the fucking half the tree. It's dangerous. Yes, it brings coolness, but if it falls, there goes your house, and you got no house, or yeah, you got no house basically.
Yeah, and this is the second time. Um, one right before the end of the year, sometime in November, I think it was, I had a tree limb, a big one, to fall on my house, just out of
Yeah.
nowhere. And then this happened, and I don't have the money right now, but come spring, I'm hoping to have it saved up, and I'm going to get a tree expert out here and see what I've got to pay to get some of these trees cut away. I will miss the shade.
What we call them tree fellers. They're fellers. They fell the trees,
Yeah.
and we get a lot of growth here. But a lot of them, they have to get insurance to be tree fellers,
Oh yeah, that's what I'm
because
saying. I'll get a tree expert because they are
yeah,
like,
you can't be going up in the tree. And they've caught me because I've got a big tree on the street here, and there's so many branches I just want to cut, but my stepdad doesn't allow me to do it. And I promise you, I've got scars. You've seen it. But the last time I was trying to sort, because what happens is the big lorries or the buses come past, and then they crash into the branch. You know, the nice overhanging trees in the street. It looks nice for small vehicles, but if you've got a big truck, you're going to hit the branch. Now, my point is, if it hits the branch, then the branch, it doesn't always land in the street. It can hit the house,
yeah,
and it can affect the wall. The tree can move and break the wall. It's like we need to prune it, but this is deepest, darkest Africa. We're out. How can I say it? The politics of the area is we don't have. It's a left-wing area, but not the ruling party. So we don't get serviced like they do in other areas. But you need to take care of the trees, because the trees will destroy your house.
well, I
It's
I
as simple as
know
that.
that,
So
you know,
he
I've
was
never had
right.
a
He
problem.
was right. He was right.
He
You
was, but
can't have the tree falling down on your house.
well, that's true. But like I said, I had the money at the time. I knew the tree needed to come down, and I told him, I said, I'm going to get somebody out here that's a professional, that's licensed and bonded. You don't touch the tree.
Yeah,
I'm looking
that's
at my
right.
insurance policy.
But he's Gemini.
I
He's
don't
like
give a
me. And
shit. I'll take one
he's
of his little
Gemini, and he was drunk on a Sunday afternoon, and he was going to go out there and sort out a tree. I love it.
I don't care. He would have done it if he was sober because he thinks he's the boss of me. He ain't no boss.
Yeah,
of me.
the patriarch. Oh yeah, the man, the
Well,
masculine,
you better
divine
remember, I'm the
masculine, save
matriarch,
the day.
and I'm the oldest. He's next to me, but I'm the matriarch.
You're
in
the oldest.
my
Aren't
house.
you the oldest?
Yep,
Aren't you the oldest?
and he's
Yeah.
right behind me. He's next.
But he's a large man. Hey, he's what? Is he 6
Yeah,
foot?
he's nothing but a freaking muscle with a big beer body in his belly, but he ain't nothing but a freaking muscle. He reminds me of a gorilla.
Yeah, he's big. I saw that out of the video. I mean, he was pretty far away. He was far away. He was by the tree, and you were videoing him through your window in your cabin, and but you could see he was at least 6 foot tall.
No, he's
Large man.
He's about 5'10" or 11.
Okay, yeah.
But
No, he's a proper man. He's a proper man.
He's very husky and nothing but a muscle except for that bear belly. Stout, very stout. Thinks he knows everything. Like people say
He's
about
Gemini.
he knows everything.
He's a Gemini. He's a Gemini.
Well, my son was a Gemini too.
But you know, Geminis are softies. Your son? What?
My son's Gemini too, but he wasn't nothing like this brother.
Oh, was he Gemini? I thought he was Cancer.
My son was born on May 30th and my brother on May 31st. And my son actually died on my brother's birthday, and I think that messed him up too, because he changed a lot more even after that.
They were close, yeah?
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, that's so sad. It's really sad. You know, I wanted to tell you, Sippy, because this is a big thing for me. Remember 2020, I had a customer who lost his daughter. She was 20 years old. And we, you know, business is about building relationships with people. Yeah. So we were very close. We were very intimate. We were very close. And we broke up because he lost his daughter. He went mad. He went, and he actually, he's come back. He came back to me. He lost a lot of weight. He went all skinny. And then I said, no, you're not coming back here. And then he said, you don't speak to me. I mean, this is like a rich, wealthy architect. And you don't speak to me like that. I said, no, you don't come back here. You know what I mean? Yeah. How dare you? So then now, 5 years later, 6 years later, he's come back now for I think it's the third time I've seen him now. And we're starting to open up and find out how he dealt with losing his daughter. And he actually admits it was the biggest humiliating thing in his life. He went to a psychiatric rehabilitation, and he had to walk around with this crown on his head that was monitoring his brain just to make sure that what his problem was true agony and remorse or whatever. What do you feel when you lose your child? What do you feel? Like you
feel like
the world, like the world is ending. Like the world, yeah. It's like, and he said that was the biggest thing for him, because he had to humiliate himself, because he's a famous, world famous architect, and he had to belittle himself with his sensors on his brain and admit that, let's find out, not admit that he's mad, but let's find out, am I going mad or am I not going mad? You know what I mean? He had the money for that. You, of course, didn't. And I told him, recently. I told him recently that part of why he's like the tension has eased between the two of us. And I said, I know the old lady, and I've spoken about you. To my close customers, I speak about my relationships with you and the lady in Maine. And I said to him, it's like, you're never going to get over it. I know Mississippi Talker. And I mean, how long has it been, Sippy?
It's going to be
13 more than 10 years.
In May.
13 years. And it's not getting over it. It's working with it. It's learning to own your shit. And you can't say that to somebody. You have presented that to me. Say again?
You have to accept it, and it took me a very, very long time to accept it as fact that I was never going to see him again. Not here. And see, also, Lionel, I didn't grieve my son for the first couple of years. I could still feel him. It's almost like I could hear him. Everybody else was grieving, and I was happy for him. And people started worrying about me. Like, you are just in total denial. I was like, no, I'm not. And I wasn't. I knew my son was deceased, but I felt and heard his spirit. His body wasn't here, but he was. And by the time my body caught up to everything that was going on, I lost it one day, just out of the blue. I was driving too, and thank goodness my sister-in-law was with me. Just out of the blue, wasn't expecting anything, and all of a sudden, I realized that Justin was gone. And I just remember going into a screaming fit, and I pulled over. And from there, I had lost my freaking mind. And I went into a hermit type mode. I don't know, for about 3 years. And I had nobody to support me. Not even my ex-husband, who raised him as his own. Because even he told me, he said, I'm not going through this again. I've already grieved. You're going to have to do this by yourself. No, I'm not doing it. I said, so you won't support me in this and help me because I feel like I'm losing my mind? Nope, I'm not going to do it. Everybody else had moved on, and I was alone. And I just hermetized myself. I got agoraphobic. I didn't want to go outside. I couldn't stand going in stores. I always had that anxiety. I'm going to run into somebody that knows me, and I don't know them. That's what I hated about being in the public eye. I didn't like it that people knew me and I didn't know them.
Yeah.
And then finally I thought, well, I was watching YouTube anyway. But the only conversations I had is when I started a YouTube channel, but I wasn't going outside much. And what got me through was I'm fixing to make up some characters, was the Potts Holler crew.
Wow.
Because that was what helped me to put on a mask and be funny instead of showing how bad I was grieving. But it gave me my voice back because I almost couldn't talk. Every time I talked, my voice would go into laryngitis, and I'd start coughing or something because I wasn't using it. And then when I did, it's like, And then I thought, I wonder if I can even sing anymore. So I started trying to sing. Then I sucked a piece of dust or something down my throat when I turned the air conditioner on this new vehicle that I had gotten. Thank goodness my aunt was in there with me because I thought I was going to die. It was aspiration, and that damaged my vocal cords. And there was just so much that was going on at the time. I don't even remember a lot of it. But my brother, my son died We had to give him June 2nd as his death date, the same date as my mother's death date. That didn't help.
Yeah.
And my brother, 2 months after that, my brother ends up almost getting killed in a county jail, one county over, by a police officer. And then I got to go through 6 years with him, crazy as hell, through a lawsuit that he filed against that police officer and the jail. And him out of his mind. And I understood why he's out of his mind. I'd have been out of my mind too. I just about was. And me wondering every day, am I going to turn the TV on today and my brother be the next one on there that has lost his freaking mind and got suicide by cop as he goes around with this list in his head of who all he's fixing to take out? Because I honestly thought that was what was fixing to happen. And I couldn't call police when he was scaring me that I was fixing to have to possibly do a history all over again, kill him in self-defense. I did not kill my father. Everybody says I did. I did not. But one of his kids did. And it was justified. I would have killed my father. I told him that I would. And it's because he was always shooting at me or my youngest brother, one of us two. This brother and the other brother didn't really know our dad the way me and the youngest brother did. We took most of the abuse from our biological father, who is also the biological father of this brother and another brother. But my brother that I'm talking about right now, he is worse than my dad was. I've seen him getting worse and worse and worse. So I had to go through all that time wondering what's going to happen. He brought back a lot of memories that I had forgotten. When it comes to my dad too, he was triggering me in memories coming back. And so now I finally got him away from me. I hope he stays away from me because it's dangerous for him and me. He don't need to come around anymore. I love him. Sometimes I miss him, but we don't ever need to be around each other again. Because the last time I seen him, I put a 38 right to his head, and I just nearly pulled that trigger. And that's when I ran away from here, because he would not leave this property. That's why I left and went somewhere else and actually rented a room from this man that I know that wanted to travel. He's elderly. And then when he came back and his daughter and everybody started coming around all the time, I started feeling like I was in the way. And that's why I came back to the lake house. Even though I was really scared at first, I was afraid he would come back. But so far he hasn't. And then I got sick and had to leave here twice and go somewhere else just to make sure I was in a safe place. While they watched me, I kept fainting and blood pressure dropping and all kinds of stuff. And I still don't really know what's wrong with me, and my doctor don't either. So I got 5 more tests I got to do and then go from there, because I think they're going to find it this time.
But sorry to change the sorry to change the.
No, go ahead.
Move you a little way from that, but still on the matter. It's sad to find out that, I have my my YouTube ladies, and you one of them. You're number 2 that I've met online on YouTube. And so Rabbit lost her son, what, this year or last year?
Last year.
You know why? It was last year. She lost her son. Also, I think alcohol. And then I found out because, Rabbit is a very smart lady. She knows how things work. But she's not, how can you say it? She's not an elitist. She's still a working class type of American lady. But she knows shit. And especially streaming. She definitely knows streaming. She knows how to hold a crowd.
Yeah.
But then I found out, because she had a little bit of a squabble. I don't know if you've heard of Gypsy Lady. Remember Gypsy Lady? Do you know her?
No, I don't think so. I never really knew
You don't know
Rabbit either.
Gypsy? Yeah. So this is all from Ernie, all because of Ernie. Remember
That's
when
totally why I
the
don't know.
lady in May?
I don't like
So
her.
I was doing my investigations. Then this is how I met these ladies investigating about Ernie, who the fuck Ernie was. And I never knew that Gypsy also. Now, Gypsy's not a rich lady. She lives in, a one-bedroom apartment with her husband. She's old. I think she dyes her hair like me. I think she's my age, but she's a grandmother. But and Rabbit argued with her. And until that day that her son died, then it clicked inside of her. Something snapped inside of her, she explained. And she became fearless. Nothing on this planet scares her anymore. She will do whatever she wants to do. Nobody will tell her what to do. Do you know that feeling?
Yes, I do. And it's dangerous.
It's dangerous, eh? A
Yeah,
mama scorned. Wow.
it is dangerous. That's what I kept trying to tell this one person. It wasn't a threat, it was a warning. Don't mess with a grieving mama bear. Talking about their child that is no longer here. And this one woman we know kept doing that, and she took it as a threat. No, I'm warning you, don't do it. Because you could put me or anybody else for that matter into such post-traumatic stress they will lose their mind and not be in their right mind. They don't have anything left to live for anyway at times in their mind. So just don't play that game just because you think that this computer is protecting you and you can just say whatever you want to. Because nobody is the same once they lose a child, and I've lost 3. And I'll tell you something, Lionel. Here about 4 or 5 days ago, I was talking to this girl, and I've had this happen before. I was telling her how I had all the symptoms of somebody pregnant. I said, somebody has got to be pregnant. It's not the first time I've done this. And when I feel it, somebody comes around and says, guess what? I'm pregnant. And it's somebody that I know. It's usually somebody in the family or something. I said, whoever's pregnant, I wish they'd just come and tell me now. I'm so sick of feeling this. I'm talking everything from sore boobs to nausea, wanting to vomit, crazy cravings like for certain food,
Same.
all kinds of shit.
Same.
Because I tell you what, when my ex-husband, the biological father of my son, married this other woman, me and her one time got together and we went to an auction. And I was feeling sick, and I told her, I said, guess what? She said, well, I hadn't told nobody. I said, I think I'm pregnant. This is years back. She said, really? I said, yeah, I do. I said, I'm having a lot of symptoms of it, but I ain't going to say nothing until I know for sure. She said, I'm so glad. She said, Justin needs a little brother or sister. I said, yeah, I know. I said, but you could help with that. But she's still, she's married to my ex at this time. And she said, oh, I don't know about all that right now. And I said, well, either way, I'm hoping that I am because I don't want him to be an only child. She said, I hope you are too. Honey, 2 weeks later, she calls me up. Guess what? Guess what? I'm pregnant. Bam. As soon as she said it, all my symptoms went away. And I was so happy. Well, after that, I
Wow.
just thought, well, that's weird. But after that, it was about, I don't know, 5, 6 years ago. I had them same feelings. I'm like, uh-oh, who's pregnant? And immediately my great niece popped into my head and I said, surely not. Nah, she ain't. But 2 to 3 weeks later, guess who's pregnant? And I said her name. They said, oh, somebody already told you? I said, no. I said, but that's who it is, ain't it? They said, yeah. Bam. My symptoms went away. Well, about 5 days or so ago, I started having this feeling again. Everything. I thought, okay, somebody needs to let me know who's pregnant. Well, I hadn't heard nothing. But yesterday, Valentine's Day, I felt sad. So I tried to keep myself occupied with getting back on YouTube because, I wanted to catch up with people. And so I went to Lainey's live, and it was very interesting talking about Nancy G, that person that is missing. And I wanted to catch up. Well, what's going on? Because I've not had any news, nothing to do this. I
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
But
we all did, I think.
just what little bit that I was listening to, I was putting my analytical thinking together with my law enforcement training, as well as some other things. So I was just kind of telling, yeah, that's her, Mary Jane Doe, Nancy Guthrie. I was putting all that together with my personal experience on how I know a state bureau of investigation will treat people and who the number one suspects are going to be at the very beginning. And I was putting all that in my head, and that's what I was concentrating on. But when the live ended, that real sad feeling came back again. And all of a sudden, I started having all these flashbacks. It's like I was watching a movie in my head so fast. And I realized what it was, Lionel. It was cellular memory, because I don't normally care anything about Valentine's. And the reason for that is twofold. One, Valentine's to me, and it's always been, nothing but a commercial market. And also, I'm pretty sure that Valentine's has some kind of stupid thing in behind it, just like Christmas and Halloween and all that, and you know how I feel about it. So I just never paid any attention. Not really. But I've been feeling like I was pregnant all these 5 days, And then yesterday, I'm all sad and everything. And all of a sudden, it hit me. My body was remembering 1981. That's when I lost my angel babies, my twins. I was pregnant with them, and I lost them on Valentine's Day. And I woke up today, there's no nausea, there's no vomiting, feeling, it was my body remembering. So it's strange how everything works together. And even things you don't want to remember and you think you've blocked out, it can be triggered just by dates and times, and it can be triggered by what some people will say to you. And it's dangerous to poke somebody that is suffering not just post-traumatic stress disorder, but childhood post-traumatic stress disorder. Because that's one thing, but the death of my son that I had for not even a full day of 28 years old, and his death is totally different. Because I had to come in here and find him 3 days after death, and I knew he had a bad heart, but to come in and find your son that young and that he's had a massive heart attack, and he was here by himself for 3 days, it's heartbreaking. And as much as I've been a nurse, I've been around death, I was a search and rescue unit. I've seen things that I'll never get out of my mind. I've smelled smells I'll never get out of my mind. But when it's your son, it's totally different, even though you've seen all these kind of things before and worse. But when it's your son, it does something to you.
For sure.
And I have to be careful. I can't be around that smell ever again.
Mhm.
I've already been around that smell since then, and it drove me out of my mind. I'll never forget it. And I know now why some people with post-traumatic stress disorder just end up going into it, not realizing they're being triggered into it, and just turn around and grab a gun and bam, because they want out of that. Get me out of here. I'm in hell.
Yeah.
So that's why I was trying to tell her in a certain kind of way, don't push me because I know how I can get because I've been there before and I don't ever want to go back there again. Stop it. Stop it. Don't do it just because you trying to get one up or you got to have some kind of content or
Yeah,
whatever. Because I don't know what I'm liable to do. Just like
yeah, yeah.
it,
I know that. I
know
know that well.
how that was going to affect her with her son. When your mom dies, you kind of expect it. Your dad dies, you expect it. Aunt and uncles, grandparents, you expect it. It's natural. But when you lose your child, it's a whole different ballgame. It's a club nobody wants to be in. And and I say this too. When you do lose a child, you become even more aware of how important it is that you protect your child. Even though you might have been a helicopter mom before and protecting them, protecting, you become even more protective of other people's children. And you see the stupidity in that mother because she is taking her kids for granted. That's another cold, hard truth that people don't want to hear, especially
Yeah,
someone like, you know.
yeah. No, well, you know how it is. Some people have a perfect life, yet they still complain. And they cannot find anything to be grateful about. That's what I was speaking about today. I was watching, there's a black man, he's a radio morning show host, and he was being interviewed. And yes, he grew up, he's black, he grew up through apartheid, but he was just or more privileged than I was during apartheid. And he still cannot find anything good that there was, because it's, look, when you become political, then I suppose it becomes a stuck record. There's nothing you can do about it. You have to just stick on your shtick. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's just how it is. There's no such thing as forgiveness in politics. They just lie. They just continue to lie. I mean, there's wicked. You know me. I'm an outsider. I'm not an American. And then I watch my right-wing commentators on YouTube, and then I think I know everything about American news and American politics. And it was Wiccan who explained to me, no, it's not like what you see. It's not like what we see on TV and on the news. It's worse because it's not just the presidential politics that you have to deal with. You have to deal with your local fucknuts who are
Exactly.
voted into power.
That's it. And there is where I'm starting to just get very what's the word I'm looking for? When it comes to local, I'm starting to get very no bars hold when it comes to them and I speak. There's no shifting of my words or trying to give it to you easy or even with respect because there is no due respect.
Exactly.
Not anymore.
It's over. No
I've
more.
done my part. I have put in my years, and they started as a kid. What I do started as a kid. I've been well trained for this through my trauma. And then when I got older, then I started doing whatever it was I was supposed to do. Even though I didn't understand it at the time, it was important for me to become a nurse. It was important that I get into law enforcement, even though I hated law. I hated them damn sons of bitches with them badges and their uniforms. Hated every damn one of them. I didn't care where they came from. I hate you.
But
But
was that because of your dad?
yes, yes. I didn't care where they come from. But God had these steps for me already laid out in my life. And I knew that at 3 months old. Remember, I told you my first memories at 3 months old, and I become completely aware
Yes.
that I was a flesh body, but I also had this big giant spirit in me that had took that body to do particular things. And it was laid out. Bump, 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 bump. I see it now that I'm older, how all the dots connect. But it was meant for me to do all these things. And also to end up finally getting, I was on my own TV program with UBN, sister network of TBN, and I finally felt God's release to let me go from there. And I moved and went to Memphis. And I'm thinking, oh, good, it's all over with now. And I go to this place and they're singing karaoke. And I get up there and I sing a song and go back. And there's a long story to that, to why I'm even in that place to begin with. But here comes this man over to the table, big tall man, and tells me, you know, Mr. Eddie Bond wants to talk to you. Like, I know who that is. I don't know who the hell that is. And I'm trying to explain, look, I'm here with these teenagers. I'm trying to do this, this, and this. And I don't have time. But I figured it was somebody, you know, coming to me because they knew me from the UBN network.
Yeah.
I just shudged him off. That's why I don't like people knowing me and I don't know them. And I understand why other people that are famous, and I was just in that area, you know, the Mid-South. I
Yeah.
understand now why they don't like it. They can't do anything without somebody. Can I have your autograph? Can I do this? Can I do that? I didn't want to get that big, and I was starting to
Right.
grow. That's why I wanted
It's
out.
not nice. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so he come over again and he said, I'm sorry to bother you. He said, he wanted me to give you this card. Would you please give him a call? And I just stuck it in my purse and I said, yes. And I looked at him real hard, like, don't come over here again. I don't know. Weeks passed by and I was cleaning out my purse and I come across that card and I looked at it and I thought, who is this guy? And it just said his name and producer and where his office was and his phone number. So I thought, I don't want a producer. I'm not getting into nothing because I'm a type of person. If God gives you a gift, and I was singing Southern gospel music, and I was also a motivational speaker, I thought a producer is going to want you to sign a contract. I've never signed one, never will sign one. I will not monetize. I'm not going to charge for anywhere that I agree to go. I'm not doing nothing like that. That's why my channel is not monetized, and it won't be. But something kept bugging me about it. So I called him and I said, listen, I said, I don't know you, but I am this person that was at the such and such karaoke. He said, I know exactly who you are. You're that lady that got up there and sung It's Gonna Rain. I said, yeah. He said, would you please just come down here and talk to me? I just want to talk to you. I said, well, yeah, but I don't know when. He said, hey, you just give me a call whenever you're downtown. I said, okay. Well, I did. And when I went in, I still didn't know who he was. And he just told me, he said, listen, you got a voice. And he said, I would love to be your producer. I want to sign you. When he said sign you, that meant you got to have a contract. And I listened to him and I thanked him for his interest and everything. But then I told him a little bit more about my life and how I felt about contracts and God's gifts and this kind of stuff. And I said, I can't do that. He sat there for a little while and he looked at me and he said, you know what? I've never done this before. He said, but you don't have to sign nothing. I still want you. I said, you're going to lose a lot of money. He said, I don't care. So Eddie Bond became my producer. And he was more than my producer. He became my mentor. He became one of my best friends, him and Bill Bailey. And the Stompers, which were his band. I got so much out of that, but at the same time, worked so hard. And then at the same time, this had to happen. Justin dies in 2013. me and Justin both had already lost Eddie Bond Jr., which was Eddie Bond's son, at a young age. I still missing him. And then
Oh, really?
Eddie Bond also dies in 2013. And he
Wow.
was old by this time. He's 80 years old by this time, but still just knowing he was around
Yeah.
and that I could call him, talk to him. He's like a grandfather or something.
Yeah.
So I've been grieving him too. And it helps me when I get to talk about Eddie Bond because he's so interesting. And if people go look him up and just look at some of the stuff this man has done and who he really is, it's amazing. And it makes me giggly. It makes me want to talk about it. And the things he's told me about the very things he's talking about there. But I can't. But I can if I call up certain people. But I'm not back to that yet, to where I even want to call these people. And I'm talking about people that people would know. Like Jerry Lawler, for instance. He's still in Memphis. And he lost his son. I lost my son. We got a lot of things in common. All the people that are connected to Eddie Bond. Eddie Bond lost his son. I lost my son. Jerry Lawler lost
Did
his
you,
son.
sorry to interrupt you, did you ever go for therapy? Did you meet other parents that lost their kids?
No. I was in therapy already for 3 years about other things. But it ended up, I already knew this before Justin died, that, and this has happened with other therapists too, is it didn't do me any good. I always ended up being their therapist.
Yeah, that's what, Sippy, why is it like that? So that's why I cannot bother. I cannot, either they're going to be part of the cabal that wants to take me out, or they really don't know what the fuck they're doing or dealing with, because they're young kids and never experienced any trauma in their life, and now they want to be a counselor or a therapist. And I can't find, you cannot speak to somebody that's 25 years old, 30 years old, working for the government, but they see you going on catching the bus or, in the communities, like, no fucking ways am I going to open up to this person. Do you know what I'm saying? Hey, Warrior Nun.
And hey, Warrior Nun, how are you? It's
Good to see you, Warrior Nun.
Hope you're doing good. I always made a point, and I guess it's just my way of thinking. Every therapist that I've ever saw, I would always say, I'm not seeing anybody that's not at least my age or older.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't see a psychiatrist that was younger than me.
No.
Because I started seeing a therapist. What took me to the therapist? Oh, I remember what took me to the damn therapist. When I blew the whistle the first time in the other state, the depositions that we had to go through drove me just nearly insane.
Okay.
So by the time it was over with and done,
Yeah.
I had to go see a damn psychiatrist.
Okay.
And that got me into therapy. Because I had to go back.
When did you start using prescription therapist prescriptions?
Then, well, I take that back, because when I got pregnant with Justin, I went through a lot of trauma with that too. I was high risk pregnancy. I'd already lost the twins 4 years prior, and as soon as they told me I was pregnant, my doctor had looked into my history and he took me off work that day. I had to take extra hormone treatment to try to help me to carry him full term. And then when I did have him, I almost bled to death. We expected that, and it was a miracle that me and Justin both lived. So he's my
That's because you're RH
RH
negative.
negative. Yes, I got the rarest blood, AB negative, and so, but the whole time I was pregnant, the guy I was married to, I didn't even want to marry him. The only reason I married him is because he would not leave me alone. He stalked me everywhere. And my way of thinking was like, okay, if I go ahead and marry him, he will finally leave me alone. He'll decide he don't want me and he'll just toss me to the side. It was stupid, but it was the only thing I could think of. So I did. I married him in August, and bam, September, I knew exactly when I got pregnant. It was automatic. I knew, oh gosh, I'm pregnant. I was. And I didn't know what to do. But the whole time I was pregnant, he was beating on me. And I just kept trying to hide my stomach the whole time to protect the baby. And by 5 months after Justin's birth, somebody finally found me an apartment, and I left with nothing but the clothes on my back and his back and went to that apartment and finally decided my baby's here. He's healthy. I lived. He lived. And if I have to, I will kill this man. And I know I sound crazy when I say I'll kill you, but I said it to my daddy, and I said it to my ex-husband. But when my son was born, it's like, yeah, I'm a killing mama. I'll do anything for my kid. Anything. I'll kill you for him. And any mother that don't feel that way, I don't understand it. I'll blame it on the RHDAB.
Yeah.
You know, I'm
sure.
RH negative. Maybe I'm just different, but I can't help it. That's me.
No, but you became a mother. You became a mother.
I sure
When
did.
you become a mother, then you kill. Then you kill.
But you got to think
You're
of
a
it this
mama
way,
bear.
too, Ronald, because I'm the oldest sibling and I'm a female. My first brother was my first little baby doll, the one that gets on my damn nerves now so bad. And that second brother was my second little baby doll, and it kept on going that way. But as a kid, I watched them like a hawk for my mother, not because she told me to. It was just natural. If they got in a fight with other boys and they were ganging up on my brothers, don't think the sister wasn't in there fighting too. And I grew up that way, and I'm still that way in my mind. Would I go fight for them now? No, don't give a shit. But it's the point is, your life molds you into exactly who you need to be, and most of the time it's going to involve a lot of heartache, trauma, loneliness, nothing but the freaking dark abyss. It ain't gonna feel good. You ain't gonna like it. It's worse than any boot camp you could ever think about. But I tell you one thing, when you wake up on the other side, you're probably one of the strongest spiritual beings walking upon the face of this earth, no matter what your body might look like to others. They have no idea what they are really dealing with. If that makes sense to you or not, I don't know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I want to say hi to Warrior Nun. How you doing, Warrior Nun?
Hey, good morning. How are you? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you perfect. Thanks.
Oh, wonderful.
Thanks for joining.
Hello, Miss Sippy. Now, thank you for all your hard stuff. I'm good, Sippy. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good to join both of you. Hey. Hi.
Huh?
I said it's good to catch both of you.
Oh, thank you.
Both of you on the internet. Sorry.
Yeah, we've been just chit-chatting back and forth. It's good to see you in here or hear you.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you, Sippy. Lionel, thank you for all your hearts, my Lord Dandy.
Yeah, that was a nice.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, that
Warrior,
was real nice.
Tell us about you. Tell us about
What
you,
happened?
Warrior. Do you have any
Well,
kids?
I'm gay today. I'm very gay today, Lionel.
I
And,
love you even more. I love you even more.
Yeah, thank you. Doing well, Lionel. Yeah, had 2 stints put in. I'm on tablets for the rest of my life, something that I never wanted to do. You know, as you get older, it's the quality of life that matters and makes you get up, I suppose. But yeah, sort of disappointed that I'm not gonna charge and live to be 100. You know what I mean? Yeah, watching me diet, doing physio, and yeah, I just plodding along, Lionel, one day at a time. And that's the latest. I don't want to lose any more weight. I feel I don't like being a smaller person. I like my beef on me. Yeah. Otherwise, it's a beautiful day. I think it's going to be 33 degrees today. So I put everything in the car and I might head down to the beach this afternoon for a swim. How about you guys?
I'm jelly because you said you're going to the beach.
Yes, are you jelly?
Oh gosh.
I know I've been hearing about your snowstorms, Mississippi.
Yeah, it was ice storm. Actually, there wasn't very much
Yeah.
snow. It was just all sleet and ice. And my poor willow tree out here, I thought, oh, please don't tell me. The willow tree dances with the
Oh,
wind. You just go with the flow. Keep
yeah.
on going down, but don't break. You know, don't
Yeah.
break.
Yeah.
He's doing
So
good.
you have a willow tree.
Yes, yes. I love
Oh,
my
how
willow.
beautiful. Yeah. We've got one, but it's about
Sorry,
2
Warrior.
streets down.
Warrior,
Yep.
sorry. I was in
Yeah.
midstream. I was having my flow state midstream, and then you stopped.
Oh,
You stopped
sorry.
talking. Thanks. Sippy knows exactly. She's a good streamer. Tell us about
Okay.
this, Warrior. You had
Yeah.
a heart attack. Now I remember. You
That's
had a
right.
heart attack.
Yeah, cardiac arrest, which is like the electricity around the heart stops. The
Wow.
electric. Yeah, that's the difference between a cardiac arrest and heart attack. I always thought it was the same thing. I always thought it was the
Okay.
same thing. Yeah, but one is electricity, I think, and
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
And it stopped.
And
So
now,
how did they get
yeah,
it back? How did they get it back?
I have no idea.
Or did you get it back
I
yourself?
got it back. I don't know. Maybe, strength or having a strong body or something.
Wow.
I don't know.
A good,
But I
strong
did. I'm one of
spirit.
the.
A strong spirit.
Yeah. That's what I think it is. A cat with 9 lives, Lionel.
Wow.
I'm lucky to land on my feet on this one. Yeah.
Were you having any
But
kind of
now I don't feel my heart at all. Like, at all. I mean, it's unreal because I've always felt it, do somersaults and do all kinds of stuff, but I never knew there was a problem.
So do you have a pacemaker or?
No, that's what I'm looking at. After, if I make it through, they've given me 2 years, right? If I make it through 2 years, then I'm looking at open heart and maybe a transplant. But they've given me 2 years from October. Yeah. They've put me on a diet.
Why?
All I ever
Is there?
Oh, I don't know.
Is there the valves not working? Is there a leak or something?
Yeah, there's 2. Yeah. There's a yeah.
Wow.
But I
Wow.
live every day, Lionel. Like I live every day to the fullest. Like Mississippi and maybe yourself. You get up. You've got everything worked out. You got to have a.
We
real
only
good
have
day.
the day. That's all we have. If
That's
we
right.
wake up, we only have that day. That's it.
That's right.
Sometimes
right.
we don't want that day. I know that feeling too.
Yeah.
Warrior Nun?
Yeah.
What kind of symptoms or anything was you having before this happened? And if so, how long ago?
Yeah. Well, I actually thought I was menopausing because I was getting all the heat waves and all the sweating and stuff like that. So I just put it down to menopause symptoms. And then it started in the neck. Yeah, just a little tinge in the neck, and then it sort
Yeah,
of
women
grows. It's
women
like
feel it different to
yeah,
men. Did you know that?
very
Women have a
different.
totally different experience.
That's what they
Yes.
told
Yes,
me, Lionel. They told me. They said women are very different
very
than
different.
men. The symptoms are very different. It's like having indigestion sometimes. It can start that way. But yeah, I'm on what I call nitrous. It's a angina pump. So I carry that around with me now. Yeah. It's
Well,
not very it's good, but it's not good because the more you use it, it's harder for your body to bounce back. Like it really takes everything out. Yeah.
yeah, that's why I was wondering what your symptoms were before it actually built up
Mm.
and you knew that.
I think it was a build up, Mississippi. And I think a week is when all the neck and my shoulder muscle was really, really hard as well. Goes down the back, like to the backbone, the shoulder bone,
Mhm. Yeah.
in the back. Yeah, it's like it's like an
Okay.
indigestion.
Yeah. I was just wondering, one of the tests, actually 2 of them that I have coming up, I have 5 in all, but,
Mm.
2 of them is gonna be, uh, actually, I think well, I know one of them. The sleep test that I've gotta do,
Yeah,
um, I know they're gonna be checking me to see if I'm having some type of apnea, um,
right.
and I've been really short of breath for the past, well, going on 2 years,
Yeah,
and they found
I'm
lesions on my
finding that.
lungs,
Mm.
but,
Yeah.
I've not had a biopsy because I just don't wanna have one. Um,
Mm.
if it turns out that it's the C word, I already know I'm not gonna do anything about it. So why
Yeah,
risk, having a biopsy and collapsing the lung when you know you're not gonna do anything
th-
about it if that's what it is. But,
that's right.
it could also be a heart thing because my
Mm.
brother caused me so much stress, I promise. I felt like I was having a heart attack twice
Yeah,
here
it's broken
when he
heart.
was here.
Yeah,
And,
yeah,
my breathing has gotten worse and I'm really weak. I can't do nothing without running out of breath. But,
yeah,
and
yeah,
that's why my doctor wants to check me to see if I'm having apnea. I don't think I have
yes.
apnea, but due to how
Mm.
I felt those 2 times, and I also started having chest pain one time when I went to get my results at another doctor, and I ended up having
Yeah.
to go to the emergency room, and I spent 6 hours in there with chest pain. But the EKG didn't show up, but nothing. And here lately, uh, I've been getting this type of chest pain and a lot of, um, what did you call it? My mind ain't working. Um, the heartburn and stuff. And I shouldn't be getting this heartburn and stuff because my doctor put me back on Prilosec, which is for indigestion stuff. So you got my attention when you started talking because I've been thinking about looking some stuff up and refreshing my memory on the respiratory and cardiac. So I really do want you to know I'm going to say a special prayer for you. And thank you so much for letting me know. And yeah, they put me on Nexium first, but I'm allergic to it. It
Yeah,
gives me welts. So they put me back on my
yeah.
Prilosec. And I just recently started that back maybe 2 weeks ago. But all of a
Mm.
sudden, this burning feeling inside, like
Yeah,
it's worse really than heartburn. It's like ugh, you know. I don't know.
yeah. The breathlessness, I think that's really you have to get used to that. Um, don't you think, Sippy? Like
Well, I need to know
It's so
why.
rapid. Like, yeah, I
Yeah,
couldn't
I
go
just need to
swimming and
know
hold my
why.
breath anymore. Yeah,
I shouldn't be. I was doing good, and this came on like all of a sudden,
that's
and
right.
it's just
Yeah,
gotten progressively worse and worse and worse and worse. Well,
yeah.
is it uh is this the see the heart and the lungs both work together. I know that.
Mm,
But
mm,
since heart attacks do run on my side of the family, like my son died of a
yeah.
massive heart attack. We knew his heart was
Oh,
bad anyway,
wow.
triglyceride, cholesterol, all
Yeah.
of that stuff. And
Oh, God.
my nephew, who was 16, he had to have open
Mm,
heart surgery at that age. And my cousin died of a massive
wow.
heart attack young, and I got two other cousins that had to have open heart surgery when they were young. So I mean, it's a genetic thing. See?
Yeah.
So and everybody that has and the C word is in my family too, on the same freaking side. But the
Oh,
ones that had the
wow.
C word, they didn't
Yeah.
die from the C word. They died from a
Mm,
heart attack, except for my mother. And
mm.
she had the C word, but she didn't die from it. She died because they allowed her clavicle
Yeah.
uh, to get infected, so she became septic. So, but
Oh,
she
Oh
my.
had a
shit.
Mm,
heart valve problem, but it wasn't really serious. So I'm
yeah.
just questioning things. I'm the type of person, I just want to know why this and this. But as far as fearing it or anything, I don't. But thank you for answering those questions for me because
No, you're welcome, Sippy. Yeah.
yeah, I was praying about it and
And
asking
the
God to help me
technology.
understand, and I feel
Mm.
like you just did. And thank you, Lionel, for allowing me time to listen and
Yeah,
to
allowing
give
us
my
to talk on
information
your
because it
channel. Yeah.
helped me a lot.
Mm. The technology is unreal.
Yeah,
Well, I
Yeah,
think
the
Warrior Nun,
technology is unreal.
unfortunately,
Mm.
in Mississippi,
Yeah.
the technology is not like it is in Australia. Australia's got great technology, and South
Like I
Africa,
took,
if
yeah,
you've got the insurance for the medicine, but it's really poor in America.
yeah. I think having medical insurance is a bonus where you get, ASAP service, but I think our medical service, like a lot of people, there's a lot of university hospitals that are run by, the university, the medical people. They're very good, Lionel. Depending on
Yeah,
how severe it's first come, you know, the most severe cases get seen, but yeah, you're not gonna die here. Uh,
yeah. I
and it's
really
a
don't know.
catch 22 as well because on the mainland here, um, I've got access to medical and everything, which is great, which is top tier. But
yeah,
it's sourcing of food, Lionel. It's the organic food because we're not allowed to have any sort of sodium or trans or oil or anything. So
transfer.
it's yeah. If I went back to my little island, I would have all that Eden food that hasn't been tampered with, but I won't have the medical. Staying on the mainland,
Okay,
I have
yes,
medical, but
yes, I
I
understand
cannot
you now.
source organic, true organic food from the Garden of Eden, something that's
Yeah.
not tampered with. And that's the
Mm.
city life, eh?
Where's your island?
I come from an island of Badu. We're down to,
So that's west coast or east coast of Australia?
it's off Cape
North.
York. Yeah,
Hey,
yes,
north. Okay, okay.
yeah. I identify as Koori. TI is where I come from, is a Torres Strait Islander. And
Wow.
when I came to the mainland, yeah, um, our nation did their research, and then they told me you are also Kuri, because they were able to trace back to my Kuri side.
Oh, so you're more Indian.
Yeah. TI is like a Melanesian.
Tonga,
Very,
Melanese.
very dark people. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Do you know Thursday Island?
No, I
Thursday
can't believe you
Island.
just said that now. I can't believe
Thursday
you said that
Island
now.
is my,
I was,
yeah.
you know what? I was walking
That's
the dogs. I was walking the dogs, and I was thinking about a name for something. And I came, we always had Wednesday from the Addams family.
Yeah.
And I thought, I'm going to introduce everybody to Thursday.
Oh,
And now you're talking about
and now it's
Thursday Island.
Yeah, you can Google
Thursday Island.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm going to Google
is
that now.
Yeah, yeah. We're very First Nations people. We used to trade back in the day, and yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. More Island traded with Papua New Guinea, the Indonesian people. We still use shell money. There's less than
Waven
400
or
people.
TI, traditional
TI.
covering people.
Yeah.
There's a small 4 square kilometer island in the Torres Strait, 35
right.
kilometers north of Cape York,
That's
Australia.
right. Cape York. Yeah. My family
Wow.
is Cape York. Hence, my name is Catherine.
Ah,
And it's sad. Yeah, yeah.
hi you, Kate.
So there's your Thursday. Sorry, Miss.
And there's Thursday.
You're a very good psychic, though. It was on the week, I think, one of the weeks that I had it. I think it was in October. You did a reading, Lionel, and you saw a lot of coffins and you saw a lot of death. Not death as in rebirth, but yeah, you were reading a lot of signs, and I'm like, bingo. And it happened to me, and I'm like, there you go.
Oh, that's good to hear. Sometimes I think I want to ask the people, you must go back and look and see what I said, and then look. But nobody really, there's so much to watch these days. You just want to catch up. Okay? We're all just trying to catch up on the fucking news or on the YouTube streets or whatever. We can't go back and check up. But like I said before, it's okay. You say I'm intuitive, but I'm still very light on the intuitive side of things.
Yeah.
But it slips out, warrior.
Yeah, it's
It
funny,
slips
that,
out.
eh?
It does come out.
Yeah,
And
it does.
when I'm not trying it, then the strangest, the people will come back. Do you know what you just said? I said, no, I don't know what I just said.
Yeah.
And it like I've learned from other larger readers, is we all have our own worlds, not lives, but worlds that we live in. And we all, even if we watch the same movie at the same time, we will see different things. That's how it is.
That's right.
And that's what I was trying to say in the beginning of the last live, is just like apartheid in South Africa, we all experienced it, but we all had our different experiences. And it's so difficult to watch a black man speak who's actually had more privilege than I had growing up the same age group, but he's still on. And look, we don't need to bring history into this, but that's the whole point of this. We need to take history and learn from it, not ask for retribution. I had a childhood, Sippy had a childhood from hell.
That's right.
With horrible parents, well, horrible father or horrible brothers. I had horrible situations as well. And that's what even thank God, my brother said to me, but I didn't experience that like you experienced that. That was your experience. You don't have to take your experience and put it on my shoulders now to bear. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
And
Yeah.
that's the same. I mean, you're an original Australian. You're an OG race. You know, I'm getting the words wrong here, but you are forgivable. You have a forgiving spirit. You want to look to a future, and now you don't even know how long you've got
That's
to live.
right.
You don't even know if you're going to live to 100,
Yeah.
and you're still
Every day's a
forgiving.
blessing.
But you had that
Oh,
spirit
yeah.
before, and
Yeah.
it's so difficult to try, and I think it just comes naturally. You can't be taught this. You can't be taught this.
There's one word we learn on the island from every child learns this. It's a word when you translate it, it's called stop or don't do it. It's one word, and we grow up with that word. When you get older, I think you come to understand that word because everyone's living on an island. We cannot afford tribal fights anymore. You know what I mean? We are taught very young boundaries, fence lines. We are taught protocol.
Protocol.
We know how to act. And it's something that
But
is
no,
instilled in us.
that sounds bad. That sounds just like this and
But
this
if you can
radio
think of
DJ, this
it,
presenter. He said we were
yeah,
taught to we had to know our place, and that's
yeah,
how it sounds like
yeah,
you're saying now. But
yeah,
that helps. It helps you.
it does.
Is that what you're
Yes, it
saying?
keeps peace. Yeah. Because
It
when
keeps peace.
they go off, we go off. Yeah. There's bloodshed, there's
And
fires are
what's the
going.
point?
It's a choose your
Yeah.
battle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So as you grow up, you can either carry that with you, and I find that it serves you because it's that saying, don't touch what's not yours. You learn, you learn to respect other people's stuff. And we all got to live here.
That's a fact. We all got to live here. The racists, the non-racists, the leftists, the rightists, the Christians, the Islamists, the Buddhists, we all got to live here. The newbies, the whiteys.
It was the TI. It was my ancestor that led the first revolution here regarding TI territory.
Yeah, I saw the TI. What is the TI for? Did you
It's
actually call it
Torres Strait.
TI?
Yeah, I'm TI. I'm Torres Strait Islander.
Okay, that's
From
very
Thursday
weird.
Island.
Thursday Island, TI. Okay. My fuck. Well, how weird is that?
I know, coincidence.
Thursday.
So we have
I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you Thursday from now on.
Thank you. That would be lovely.
You're not Friday. You're not Friday.
Mississippi Happy Friday.
Sorry, I'm so racist.
Born on a Thursday.
Yeah.
I was born on Thursday. So
Oh
was
no, no, stop now.
No, huh? Oh,
We got the Thursday twist.
done. We're done. We've Thursday.
Huh?
I was born on Monday.
I have no idea. I was born. I
another
don't know what
Monday.
day. Yeah.
You can work out on Google now. You can work out when you were born.
Maybe I'll just remain ignorant.
Thursday, what is your birthday? I know everybody's star sign except for yours.
Oh, mine is Sagittarius.
Oh, you're a Sag as well.
I'm
Okay.
a Saggy. Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I love that. It's my rising sign. What's your rising sign?
And I keep meeting.
Are you a Leo?
Leo. Yeah.
You are Leo rising sign. I knew it.
Mm.
I knew it.
What's my rising sign?
I do try and remain humble.
Ah, let me
I
guess.
try very hard.
Virgo. Virgo, Sippy.
I don't
Am I
know.
right or
You're a
wrong?
virgin, Sippy. You're a virgin. You're
When's your
forever
birthday?
virgin.
What's your
Taurus.
birthday? It's
It's on the 5th.
May
The
5th.
5th.
Okay, let's see quickly.
Do you pull cards, Mississippi?
Huh?
Do you
Yeah.
pull cards?
I'm sorry, I still didn't hear you.
Oh, sorry,
Do you-
Doc. Do you pull
Do you read
cards?
tarot? Do you
Yeah.
read tarot?
Yes, I have, and I'm not opposed to doing it.
Yeah.
What did you say again? 5th of May. Yeah?
5th of May.
3rd. 5th. 5 May. 1960.
3.
63. And we have to get the timeline right here. So I think 63, and it's America Central Time. Where do we find that? Are you minus? Do you know what minus you are from GMT, Sippy?
What does that mean?
Oh, that's
Oh, you
the
would
time.
know.
What are the timelines? Is it the
So
GMT?
GMT minus 1, I think, what would you be?
It's like an equator line, Mississippi.
Where were you born, Sippy? In Mississippi or in
I was born in Tennessee.
Tennessee?
Tennessee. I can only imagine all these countries, Mississippi, Tennessee, and we listen to all the country singers, you know.
Memphis,
Yeah.
Tennessee.
Memphis, Tennessee. Wasn't that Elvis?
So what's
Elvis?
Mountain Standard Time or Central Standard Time? Hey, that's
Yeah,
Sippy. Hey, Central Standard Time. Okay. So
Lionel, listen
your
to this
moon
quote.
is Libra. Of course you are. Your moon is
that's where she gets her
Libra.
strength
You're a
from.
soldier. You are a warrior, and
Yeah.
nobody
So.
can tell you anything. You're a Libra. Oh my God.
They grow up very
And
soft, but in
your
maturity,
Mercury is in
Libras-
Gemini. Venus is Aries. Mars is Leo. Jupiter is Aries. Saturn is in Aquarius. Uranus is in Virgo. There's the Virgo. Neptune is in Scorpio. Pluto is in Virgo. Chiron is in Pisces. That's why you're the wounded healer. You are the godlike lady. North Node is in Cancer. There we go, Sippy. I was telling you earlier, you in your Cancer lifetime, in your Saturn lifetime, you're in Cancer. Very interesting.
Well, okay, I've got a cousin, and his birthday is the 2nd, and he's 10 years older than me, I think. I got another cousin that's born on May 2nd that's the same age older than me. So would that meet them too?
No, there is you know, how can I explain? Astrology is the most base form of psychology. You know, we all got this Freudian psychology, and it's all bullshit. Astrology works on psychology. It is the most base psychology. So what's very important to find the individual is knowing your parents' birth dates and their star signs, the siblings that you grew up with and their star signs, and you're going to go even deeper to your country's star sign when your parents got married, that birth chart. You can go deeper and deeper and deeper to find. But what happens with the basics of astrology is your Saturn comes around every 29 years. Saturn says either you pass begin or you don't. Every 29 years. And we go until we're 60. Your Mars comes around every 2 years. That's why we've got the terrible twos when we have a baby, because Mars pops in and becomes fiery and creative and knowing everything. And that's when you start something. Every 2 years when Mars comes back. So Sippi's Mars is in Leo. So Leo is August, September, August. Sippi, that's when you start something every 2 years. Your Venus comes around every year, every 11 months. In Aries, Sippi, so every April, you get a gift. The universe gives you a gift. And so, Warrior Nun, you must find out your wheel. I'm not going to go much longer now. We're going to do this later. We find out you put your date of birth in the comments here, and I will find out, and I'll do a video for you. Then when your Venus comes around, you get a gift from the universe through a person, by the way, somebody strange. A stranger will give you money. And it's happened to me. It happened to me last year, where I was expecting it, because now I'm waiting, because I know Gemini, Venus is in Gemini now, and it happened. It happened twice in a week, where people I don't know, people who, you deal with people, cashiers, or people at the in the store or something. You see them now and again, and all of a sudden, it's like, oh, hello, how are you? You left your wallet over here. Here's your wallet. And it's like, oh, praise Jesus. Hallelujah. Yes. There is a God. But it wasn't that. It was my Venus coming into my sign, and the universe is protecting me. It's amazing how this works. Now, I'd love to know your moon. So Sippi's moon is Libra. Oh, that's why we fight, Sippi. Oh,
I see you blindfolded, man.
Libra.
You can't.
The first thing I ever learned. Libra and Gemini are great. Libra and Gemini are great twin flames, and they're twin flames. Libra is also 2. Gemini is 2. Libra is a line and a hump. Gemini is 2 lines. There's a lot of twin flamish stuff with Libras, and I have good experiences and bad experience with female Libras. But it's the first thing I ever learned, that was my best partner would be a Libra. But seriously not. I piss Libra women off far too easily. What you showing us, Warrior Nun?
I'm walking to get my charger, Lionel. I'm down 2%.
You got a very nice house. You got a very nicely decorated home. Looks very good.
Oh, thank you, Lionel. Yeah. This is my forever home. No more moving.
How old are you now? When were you born? I mustn't say. What's your age?
Yeah, I do know that I was born on I don't, like I said to, like when you go into the hospital, they ask you for address. And like I said to them, I had many homes.
You have many
Um,
birthdays.
yeah, had a lot of homes. So, you know, because they try and find out your history. I did tell them what little I did know. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Well, you know, Warrior, um, before 1994, when South Africa
Mm,
changed from apartheid to democracy, black people were never registered. So
yeah.
they didn't know their birthdays either.
Yeah.
It wasn't a thing. To have a birthday was not a thing before
And we don't have
1994.
hospitals on the island or anything. So we have birth caves. You know, we go to our birth caves and we stay in the birth
Okay.
cave for 3 months. Yeah. The mother and baby. They don't have any contact with the outside world.
A birth
Mm.
cave.
Yeah,
A
we have
cave.
birth caves. Yeah. Indigenous people, he gave birth in caves. Yeah. And there was no
Wow.
outside contact for 3 months or even more. The only one would attend would be the, you know, the midwife or
Yeah, the
witch doctor.
Africans here, they take a month. They
Yeah,
believe in a month. You don't go out
yeah,
for a month.
yeah.
Wow, that's
That's right.
incredible. That's beautiful. That's
Yeah,
beautiful. So
and
you
there's
go
no,
back to your birth cave. You go
yeah,
back to your birth cave
yeah, yeah.
and you have
There's a lot of
ceremony.
birth caves here too. Yeah. I
Wow.
think a farmer just down from me, half hour. There's 2 birth caves, but they boarded it up. The farmer boarded it up, so I don't know.
Oh, that's shameful.
Mm,
That's terrible.
mm. So I don't the recording but you know every tribe has oral and narrative. So we learn our oral through our parents. Say, you know, you sit down. We don't have TV, so we talk.
Yeah,
Mm. So that
that's
helped
crazy.
me here. Yeah, I was able to trace and yeah, had the elders become involved, and yeah, very suspicious to have a indigenous child on a white man's hip or something. You know,
Yeah,
it's still frowned upon now. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, I
So
find
sad.
that
And the
very interesting. Um,
mm,
did
and my heart went out to the, you know, to the South Africans. Like, forgive me, I don't mean to sound horrible, but we I'm used to seeing colored in being impoverished. It was a realization on the other spectrum to see all these other South Africans of white and blonde haired skin suffering exactly the same, you know, and my eyes popped because, yeah, it was a reality check. Like, oh my God, what? Yeah, it was something on Facebook I saw. They had
Yeah,
you know, they
yeah,
lived in tin houses, and
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
it was an
no,
eye
it's
opener. Yeah,
shameful. It's shameful. It's all gone
it's
for a ball
sad.
of chalk. It's pathetic.
Mm,
Um, Africans should be embarrassed for what Africans have been given in South Africa. And it's not white man's blame or
mm,
apartheid's blame. It's been 30 years now, and they're been given everything. They were given everything. And what
okay.
is just worse? It's worse. And
Yeah.
the beauty of this now is we are all here to experience this, and there is the
Mm,
internet. There is the
yeah.
internet. And they can't hide. There's no more hiding
Mm,
anymore. They want to block social this is what do you call it, this in interpreters, not interpreters, influencers from showing the truth. But you can't hide it anymore. You can't blame the part. This is just greed.
Yeah.
I mean, there was greed. There's always greed in governments. There's always greed in politics. We've seen it all. Every country has politicians that are greedy and they get backhanders from business. But now, but what about the people? You cannot, you know, just to give you an impression, they give a half of the 30 million people, they give $15 a month to keep them happy.
Wow.
$15.
Wow.
And they're happy, and they still vote them in for that $15. It's what you call it, a grant, government grant.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. $15. What? 300 rand. It's $15.
Okay.
It's shocking.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's shocking. But the government does that on purpose. They did it during apartheid. They kept the Boers and the white Afrikaners dumb and uneducated, unexperienced, to keep them voting for you. And that's exactly what's happening still now. They need, like the Democrats in America, they need that wider voting base, which
That's
are
right.
ignorant, and they don't know the reality of things. It's not about being conservative or liberal. It's just about being
That's right.
common sense, hey? Taking care of the children, taking care of the mothers, don't let, I mean, Australia has the strongest laws with immigration, worse than anyone.
We're getting there, Lionel. I know it.
No, you're really strong. Very. My stepbrother, my half brother lives in Australia. I know how difficult it
have
is.
at least 65,000 in your bank account alone. You know.
Yeah.
You've got to prove. Yeah, but this is where the Labor government, I think, is bringing in all the, excuse the pun, imports because of the voting, as you said. They know the people here don't want to vote for them anymore. So by bringing in the boat people and the immigrants, they will get the Labor vote.
You see, the same thing.
We're getting there. Yeah. Yeah. I think Australia is just going to go through a real great reform. They're speaking about, you know, I think they're getting it, like they are the people, they are the government. And we've had it, you know, the other way around for centuries. The suppression order is now being leaked, which is great. Yeah, a lot of things happening here, Lionel.
You know what?
I
can only say that it doesn't matter where you are, whether it's Australia or South Africa or the United States of America, and which county or which state you be living in. You cannot change the things you cannot change. So you need to pray for peace inside you and pray positive thoughts for the people that are involved, who do make the rules, who do change the things, and give them the strength to do the things. I've seen things change in my country, and yes, it didn't change the right way, but it is also about an evolution. You can't jump from step 1 to step 3. You have to go past step 2. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And some of us are not going to see it. We're not going to see the happy times. But then it's again, at the same time, to end the suffering is death.
Yeah.
It's very sad, but it's a fact. And I know, Warrior Nun, I met you when the Netflix program came out about Warrior Nun. Do you have a do you have a Christian spiritual side to you?
Very much so, Lionel, very much so. It's to the point now where I love my loneliness, you know what I mean? Because it's in the time of quietness that you get in touch with everything. And I've only come to realize, you know, how being alone is so beneficial. I don't fill my life up with noise and stuff anymore. And again, having the heart attack makes one reevaluate everything. And I'm grateful because I'm grateful for that. You know, I feel like I can become a better person, I think. And living day to day, Lionel, you know, you don't have tomorrow. So bugger tomorrow. You're gonna plan today, you're gonna wet your feet, you're gonna do all kinds of stuff. You're gonna shake
That's
some
true.
feathers.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Well, I want to send love and prayers and strength to you, Warrior Nun, in Australia.
Thank you, Lionel. Yeah.
Are you doing well with your diet?
Oh yes. I'm gonna look like a beaver, and I'm going to get related to the otters. These salmon.
Warrior
In
Nun.
the
How old are
mirror, I have
you?
a salmon
What's your age, Warrior Nun? You're 52, you said. You're 50.
Yeah, 49, getting on 50. Yeah, 50 for sure, I reckon. Let's go.
Let's do it. Let's do it, Warrior. We're going to have a
Yeah.
50th birthday in May.
Oh, lovely.
No, I forgot now. You're not May. You are.
No, I'm Saji, November.
Okay. So you're gonna be here with us. I'm telling
Oh, I
you.
hope
I'm
so.
telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Seppi, thank you very much for joining me.
I've enjoyed
Nun?
it. Thank you. And
Oh, Sippy. We're
um,
gonna have a birthday party, Miss Sippy.
okay. I didn't get when your birthday is, but yeah, I'd love to. And
November.
listen,
So we're gonna have a Seppi party. We're gonna have a Warrior party.
And we're gonna
Okay.
have a little dandy party.
Yeah.
We've got a whole year to go through.
Before you
That's
go,
it.
Lionel, I'm going to send you an email in a minute. And for you, Warrior Nun, I want you to know that I did write a prayer in here, and I'd like to read it. It's real short, but
Oh,
God knows
beautiful.
you can, get right to the point. And what it says is, my Creator, Holy God, of all above,
Yeah.
below, and in between, I ask that you gift divine healing this hour upon Warrior Nun. And in this, lift her in divine healing with the strength as an eagle to fly as her testament. I do say these words to you, Warrior Nun, in faith, as a gift to you, in spirit. And I pray that everything, which is God, which is love, will give you what you need to accept this gift. And I'm so proud that I got to talk to you tonight. And I thank Lionel for being the mediator to bring it together. I feel blessed. And I want to thank you for that.
Amen.
Thank you, Lionel. You know I love you.
Thank you. That was beautiful.
Thank you, ladies. Praise Jesus.
Yeah, no,
Thank you for this fellowship.
please. Yeah.
Praise to God.
You.
Yeah.
Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Australia and the original people of Australia. We are truly honored by having you here, Warrior Nun. And
I'm honored.
you sound strong.
Thank
You sound strong to me.
Well, I
So
hope so.
carry on staying strong and be healthy and believe that you're loved across the world.
Loved and supported upon this journey. Always have been. You are now. You forever will be.
Amen.
Thank you. And vice versa, return day. All
Oh,
right,
I
guys.
received it and
Thank
believed it.
you.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Thank
Thank
you.
you, lady.
Mary and Jane Doe
Stay
giving
You're
the
tuned.
hearts
wonderful.
more, and I wish I
Thank
could,
you.
but I
Look at
can't.
that. You've blocked her out.
See you, chat. Yeah, poor chat.
Cheers. Thanks, MJD. Love you too. You're part of us too. The future is inevitable and the destiny awaits us. Remember, life gets tougher, but we get smarter. And if we try a little bit harder, well, sometimes it gets better. Sippy, are you there?
Yeah, right here.
Anything more? Anything more? End my night for me, please.
I really enjoyed this, and you know what I'm going to come with. I think we all need to try to remember Theos. Just try to be one of those hosting enlightenment of spiritual thought, because with that, no matter what your thought is, I'm sure you'll have some fun with it. Consider everything. 153. Let's fish. Let that
Fishes
stuff.
of men and souls.
Exactly.
We fish.
Everything else just sifts
Amen.
through the net. It ain't gonna break. We need to get more
There's
fish.
the vision. There's the vision. No more catfish, please.
Yeah. You know, we need to start casting our net in a different direction. I think all this other stuff needs to be left behind, because all you got really, Lionel, is the moment of right now. Oops, there it went. It's gone. Oh, there went that.
True.
And this
That's
moment
true.
determines the next moment and the next. So just be aware of each moment. And when you forget that moment, sit down and it's hard to do. But once you become a habit of it, it gets easier. Just remember that each moment is the now.
Yeah. That's the living in the now part of it. I know.
Yeah, because that moment in the past helped to create this moment. And this moment's going to help your next moment. It's you making the decisions all the way.
Exactly. So we can't live in the past. We have to living now. Stop talking about the past. The past is gone.
The future has
It's
to come.
over.
Yeah, but in the now, you can start planning what your future moments are going to be, and they can be positive,
Yes.
they can be negative. It's up to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sippy.
Yep. Love y'all.
Grace to you. Love
And
you. Love
thank you
you,
so
lady. She's the
See you
best.
later, Gator.
Have a good Sunday. Have a good February. Happy New Year. Happy Ramadan. It is New Year, Chinese New Year, 17th. New moon, solar eclipse. Be ready for this. It's all coming together because why? Well, we are human and we have the power. Nothing else. And if you stand up for yourself, stand up for your rights, you eventually get given your rights. This is how it works. It happened here in South Africa. It happens it's happening around the world. Leaders are falling, but they are falling on their own swords. Watch this space. Ciao for now. Tot ziens. Salani gachle. Ek is lief vir jou. Ik liep dik siabonga, riala bogen, diabonga, hambagachle, salagachle, choose, sayonara. Ek is lief vir jou. Especially you, MJD. You know that. We learn from the past. I'm not wearing my glasses. We do. So long as we learn from the past and we don't harp on the past. If we harp on the past and blame the past, we have no future. If we harp on a good future and we think and put our minds, because if our mind's in the gutter, that's where we're going to go. If our mind's in the past, that's where we're going to stay. If our mind thinks to greater things, better things, bigger things, mightier things, then it happens. That's how Theos works. Those hosting enlightenment of spiritual thought. 153. Hashtag. I love you. Ciao for now. Tot ziens. Sayonara. Au revoir. Tot ziens. Bye bye.